So that's how you got the note in the bottle.
That's right. It's like
stuff.
It's like a ship.
You have to have it in the bottle.
Exactly. You put it in
like
the water.
This.
You put it in the water.
And then you put water in it, and then you cork it.
And then you let it go away like that.
You cork it, and then you send it off.
Well, you cork it like this.
Is that like a conversation in a bottle?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly the demonstration we just had was conversation in a bottle.
It is a Wings song. Yeah. Love, take me down to the streets.
Is Wings the show better or Wings the musical act better?
What?
Is Wings the show better or Wings
How
the
about
band?
I love me some Thomas Hayden Church, bro.
Oh, now see, that's a big one.
Hey, Thomas Hayden Church, bro. I'm just saying. I got to throw my vote in there for Wings
Anakin
TV show.
Skywalker?
No. Thomas Hayden Church, Sandman.
Yeah, Anakin Skywalker. Thomas Hayden Church.
No. That's Hayden Panettiere. It's a totally different.
No, that's the cheerleader. Save the cheerleader, save the world. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown. We're in the week of whatever today is. March 17th, 2024. I'm the dead man, Caleb Black. This is the Heartbreak Kid, Luke the Big Dog Williams.
Yeah.
Along with our in-studio producer, The Game, the Mighty Max Fury, and our in-studio editor, the Big Red Machine, Big Bad John.
Big Bad John.
Along with our in-studio correspondents.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. Here we go.
All right, there's 3 of them.
We got...
You got this.
We got...
Snap, crackle, and pop.
The Nature Girl, Special K, a.k.a. the Professor.
Woo! Woo!
We have...
Not
Hard R anymore. What the hell is... Rockin' Rachel, a.k.a. The Law.
The Law!
See, that's a wrestling joke inside of a wrestling joke.
I will bust you.
And we have Sweet Tea, DMD. Dr. Britt Baker, you're welcome. That's a fucking reference, kids.
DMD.
All in the house today for Pro Wrestling Throwdown. I'm surprised I got through that intro as well as I did.
He almost introduced himself again. I heard you. He almost went, and I'm Caleb Black.
Yeah, should just go Caleb Black. But
hey,
I don't want to be you.
Different. I don't want to be in you.
Well,
that's a whole different story.
Hey, I feel a little uncomfortable.
Don't worry.
Pineapples, bitch. Pineapples.
Once the medicine kicks in, you'll be fine. All right, so we got. Luke, how was your weekend?
It ain't over yet.
Oh, good.
Where are we gonna find out, ain't we? No, it's been great. Big week of wrestling.
Yeah, yes, it has been. Yeah. Mighty Max Fury, how was your weekend, sir?
Doing good, man. Ready to talk some wrestling.
Yeah. No adventures this week to tell the people at home about?
Not really. I mean, I did discover a crystal skull, but that's no big news.
Wow. Didn't discover a crystal skull.
Did you take Indy?
I can't do the whole thing.
No. We don't own the rights to that. We don't want them breathing down our necks.
Technically, you have 30 seconds of each piece.
Do we really?
Yeah. You can do 30 seconds of copyrighted material.
We can do 30 seconds of any song we want. We can't get in trouble for it.
Yes.
Really?
As long as you put the copyright disclaimer, yeah.
What's that?
We don't own the rights.
We have that in our thing all the time.
Yeah. You can do 30 seconds of a copyrighted material.
I can do 30 seconds any song I want to.
Yeah.
I can sit here and go, I love big butts and I cannot lie. Other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in and anybody wasting around thing in your face, you get sprung. Better pull up, touch.
Stop!
They're getting close.
Now they can't find us.
Listen.
That's right. See what you did there?
Hammer time.
Well, I thought it was in the name of love. Thank you very much.
Hammer time.
Big Bad John, please write this ship. How was your weekend?
My weekend's going on. Thank you for asking.
Oh, good.
He's on the law in the law one.
Ladies, how was y'all's weekend?
I discovered this life hack, and it's been fantabulous.
Man, hasn't it, though?
It hacks life.
Life hacks are great. All right, Derek says, hello, Tanya. Happy St. Patty's Day. Yay, the intros. Glad you liked it.
Yeah,
Derek, happy St. Patty's. Thanks for tuning in. Wolfie, hello. Rachel,
the
Duke. John, the Duke is in the house. We got a full roster, kids. All right. I suppose we should start actually doing our job.
Yeah, let's do this. Hit us with the top story.
Rock and roll.
Let's go ahead and announce the big elephant in the room.
Okay, this
Hit
is
it.
super fucking cool. So the
Wait a minute. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Has he been celebrating early again? Didn't you just say Happy St. Patty's to everybody?
I did, but you know what? Maybe he wanted to reiterate. Maybe we got some Irish fans.
Is he nipping at the sauce over there again?
You know what? You let this man have it.
Is
You know what this man goes
Is he
through?
overindulging again?
Do you know what he puts himself through?
It's the Irish in him. I get it.
Fucking perfect. You all can't see what's happening on screen, but I can, and it's hilarious. Anyway, so this is super cool. For those of you who only watch, we'll call them the big two, AEW, WWE, if you don't necessarily...
If that's welcome to our show, because you've never been here before.
If you don't follow, but if you don't follow
Thank you, Wolfie.
indies, you don't know what the Collective is. So the Collective started a couple years ago. Wolfie says, hey, just bought the Pro Wrestling Throwdown Black hardcover notebook just now.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! It is crazy to me that Wolfie owns more Pro Wrestling Throwdown merch than all of us combined.
I've actually
right?
we've had a couple requests of some new stuff, so be paying attention here in the next couple weeks or so. We should have some.
Be rolling out some cool shit.
Fuck yeah, man. I enjoy it. Please.
And yes, big thank you.
We spent a lot of time putting it together with our hands.
And our hands.
Well, we will be once we get the studio done.
Well,
yes, once the studio's done, we'll be able to do a lot more.
Then that'll be all handcrafted.
Oh, everything's
stuff.
gonna change.
Yeah. Anyway, to
sweat on it for you.
back to our top story of the day.
Yeah. What?
You know what? Don't drink, don't smoke.
I am trying to sell products, okay? I drew on everything, handmade. Drew on everything.
So, if you don't know
I cannot do that on screen. Cannot do that on screen. Anyway, Shayna Baszler, let's do this.
Lord, babe.
Number one,
I can.
if you don't know what
You're not on screen.
God damn it. If you don't know what the Collective is,
Yes.
a couple years ago, so there's always been a huge tradition in wrestling, with Ring of Honor specifically that kind of started it, where some of the major independents would travel to the WrestleMania town. And for the entire weekend, there'd be indie shows all around WrestleMania, in case you wanted to get some live wrestling and you couldn't afford WrestleMania tickets.
Okay, let me stop you there. Now, for a while, didn't WWE put a ban on all wrestling in the town for a while as well?
Well,
They stopped most shows.
The only place they can do that is New York with the Athletic Commission.
But they tried doing it in Las
Yeah,
Vegas
they
that
tried,
one year.
but it never works.
And stuff. So this WrestleMania weekend for the Collective to be in the same city, usually it's a sistering city.
No,
of
the
some
Collective
sort.
has always ran in the same WrestleMania city because Collective's only just, it's only been around for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's where...
I'm sorry, 3 years following COVID.
Yeah, it's where Alpha One...
Yeah.
And all the predominant
Dragon Gate,
yeah.
GCW, and used to be headlined by Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Now Ring of Honor is owned by Tony Khan. Either way.
Fantastic wrestling.
So the Collective is basically a 2-day event streamed on IWTV, which you can also find Fight Hardcore, which we are also on. That being said, the Collective is a 2-day event that runs pretty much from start to finish with all the top independents in the world. They come together in the WrestleMania city, like I said, to fill in some content that Friday and Saturday, running up against Saturday and Sunday's WrestleMania. And there are some shows that still run during the day on Saturday and Sunday. So it's basically, we're going to be in Philly this year. So Philadelphia is going to be the biggest hotbed in wrestling ever.
For that entire weekend will be insane.
Right, because you've also, even if you're not a Collective, you're probably going to have a Philly indie that's going to run as well.
Well, you have the World going on the 2 days of WrestleMania as well.
But this is cool. Because Josh Barnett owns Bloodsport, which is, while still pro wrestling, a very grounded, MMA-style produced pro wrestling experience.
He is also friends with Triple H.
And have been allowed to book Shayna Baszler for the weekend of WrestleMania
which
for
is
the Collective.
Sick.
The WWE... Now, anyone who says the WWE has never leased their wrestlers, that's not entirely accurate. They do.
Just
for
not
instance,
often.
when Goldust was Stardust Tag Team Champion in the WWE, Luke and I worked with him at SMPW.
Yes.
Vince did have a habit of working out certain deals for certain promoters, provided it didn't reflect against their business. Triple H now is one of his very first genuine opening the forbidden door, as the wrestling fans want to call it. Former NXT Women's Champion, former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, and former WWE Women's Champion Shayna Baszler is going to be on Bloodsport the weekend of WrestleMania wrestling for Josh Barnett alongside GCW, which is the #1 independent on the planet.
It will be the same night as SmackDown, right?
It's unfounded, it's unheard of, and here's the thing, she's not the only talent that's been allowed to take bookings for the collective. Not just-
Thursday,
Yeah.
April 4th.
But not just Bloodsport. They're going to be WWE talents all over this program.
Sprinkled through it, yeah.
So, I mean, you got to think.
Look at it as a scouting thing, if you ask me.
Well, and look, Bloodsport is very much tailored to Shayna Baszler's technical ability, right?
Yeah.
She's not going to go in there and big league anybody.
No.
She's going to go in there and work her ass off.
Well, Marina Shafir will be at that show. There'll be several of the women she's wrestling. Rhonda.
But this is huge. We've never seen, especially in the same town, a major event. Like, guys, while this might sound extreme, this is akin to, like, if the WWE and Ring of Honor, let's say in 2010, when Ring of Honor was at one of its all-time hottest periods, and the WWE was kind of at a lull, this would have been like them saying, hey, Shelton, you work for us, go wrestle for Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Where Shelton Benjamin eventually did go, but like more so acute to his ability, his skill to get over, and send him right next door to wrestle for the competition.
Well, you see, this has happened before in professional wrestling.
It has.
Recently. Triple H is doing now to the WWE main roster what he did to NXT in the original run. He opened up the indies. He brought people in like Sami Zayn, like Kevin Owens, like all these big name indie acts at that time, and they were. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That now Triple H is like, okay, well, let's go see if we can stock NXT with these independent wrestlers who are big here.
And I think too,
name value, bro.
I think too, like, this is somewhat of a curating a fan experience.
Yeah.
For Triple H, because like Shayna doesn't have anything going on at WrestleMania, right? But let's say there's a girl.
Not at this time.
But let's say there's a girl in Philly who is doing judo and doing mixed martial arts. She's entertained. She's not really into wrestling, but she knows Shayna Baszler's name, so she follows Shayna specifically. But she can't afford WrestleMania tickets now.
But
that girl can walk into the collective with $20 and get to see her idol wrestle locally. You know what I'm saying? Like, curating a fan experience is very.
It would be
unique thing
more
to
of
do.
an up close and personal kind of thing, yeah.
So obviously Shayna going to Bloodsport is the right answer because that's where she belongs. But look at some of the other indies that go. The GCW, for instance.
Yeah.
Who in the WWE right now? And remember, they, as we know it, don't have anything else booked going on.
Yeah.
For WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So who would you send from the WWE to GCW for a one-off match with, say, I'm not going to say Nick Gage.
I would have said Matt Cardona.
Okay, Matt Cardona. Who would you send from the WWE to wrestle Matt Cardona that doesn't have anything going on at WrestleMania?
Carl Anderson.
Machine Gun Carl Anderson. That's a great fucking answer. Not the one I expected, but goddamn. Yeah, good one.
Well, he knows how to work the indies.
Yeah.
He knows most of the guys on the indies. He's worked them.
Yeah.
At least twice. But most importantly, him and Luke Gallows are now at NXT challenging for the NXT tag titles.
You're goddamn right they are.
That's the weekend of Stand and Deliver. What better way to get your number one contenders out there? They don't wrestle until Saturday morning.
Yep.
This is that Thursday for the Hall of Fame and all that. Put them out there and be like, hey, by the way, come watch these guys wrestle for the...
Yeah.
Because you know they're going to have some kind of deal where they're going to be giving away tickets to some event.
Yeah.
Whether it be night one, night two, or the other thing. Why not? It'd be genius. Carl Anderson can go. You know he's not going to go out there and hurt himself and be stupid. He knows how to work. He knows how to work that style. He knows how to work that style well. That would be who I would send. I would say AJ, but he's wrestling LA Knight.
Can I make a counter argument?
Yeah.
What about Sean Spears? He just returned. He's the chairman. He's got history with Cardona because of their connection to Cody. And
if I was going to do
he works that style.
If I was going to do that, I would send Tyler Breeze as well, and I'd have Breeze versus Spears.
Breezy.
They own the same company together, the same wrestling academy together. They're both in WWE right now, and fucking Tyler Breeze is the Wrestling Revolve heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Why not? Bring Dango in, have a fucking reunion of the fashion models.
And have against Cardona and Brian Myers.
Boom, nailed it. You just booked your main event. The Major Wrestling Pod versus those boys.
What about you, Max? Who would you send?
If you wanted to send to an indie show.
Somebody who doesn't have something major going on that we know of so far. And
maybe Corbin?
Maybe.
No, Stand and Deliver's too close. I wouldn't send Corbin out.
Yeah, that's probably...
Like you could say Kofi because we don't know that Kofi has anything going on right now, but
he'll be in the
I'm
title
not
match.
exactly.
Ricochet.
Yeah, there you go.
You know who else wrestles for
Huge draw.
GCW? Trey Miguel.
Yeah.
From Impact.
AJ Gray.
Trey Miguel versus Ricochet. Ricochet 1 versus Ricochet 2.
How about
For the WWE and the major company on an indie show.
send Apollo Crews and have Apollo Crews and AJ Gray.
Ooh.
Either way, they're going to make more
The
money
realest
than you.
motherfucker in the room.
Yes.
AJ
Yes.
Gray.
Ricochet will indeed this weekend make more money than I do. You know what? Good for him.
Even on the indie show.
He's also married to that fine ass Samantha Irvin, so God bless him.
They ain't married yet. There's still a chance. I mean,
Buddy, if you
I
want,
don't know if they're married
if you
yet.
want Ricochet's number, I can get it for you.
huh?
You said there's still a chance. I said if you want Ricochet's number, I'll get it for you. Okay. What about you, Big Bad John?
Picks her butt and smells her fingers.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I hope that you think about it all day and night.
Big
Mr.
Bad John,
Greasy
if you
butt
could,
fingers.
if you could pick a talent that isn't booked goddamn the WWE WrestleMania weekend, who would you send?
Oh, man, you gonna make this clean.
Oh wait, Derek says Carl Anderson versus Matt Cardona. That would be a hell of a great match.
Hell yeah, man.
And Wolfie agrees. Yeah, no, that's a great.
I think it would. I think it'd be great.
Genuinely, that was the last name I would have thought of. Perfect pick.
Fucking love Carl Anderson, bro.
I've seen Matt Cardona one time live in Missouri. Trey Miguel versus Ricochet. That will definitely be a certified banger. Well, yeah, they're the same goddamn person.
Can we do something with Sheamus? Send Sheamus. He's about as hard knuckle as it gets. Or Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
Barrett used to work for Bloodsport, didn't he? Wasn't he their announcer at one point?
You wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I want Big Bad John's answer because I just thought of
I
something
thought
else.
he was in that movie.
I'm gonna go with Sheamus.
Okay, you could send Sheamus,
I would totally buy Sheamus.
but you could also send someone like Pete Dunne, who isn't on the injured list.
Tyler Bate.
Doesn't it? Him and Tyler Bate go in there and do some technical wrestling.
That
Some
would be
shit
cool.
right there.
Fuck yeah, it would. And those guys already know the indie circuit.
Yeah.
Let's go to the our correspondents in the room. Which female talent other than Shayna that you don't know has anything going on at WrestleMania right now would you send to an indie show in Philly alongside WrestleMania?
To Pimp Mania.
To Pit Mania and maybe to elevate some other young stars.
Not going to be a main star because you don't want anyone main to get hurt.
Can we use NXT stars?
Yes,
Sure
absolutely.
can.
See ya.
Thea Hell would be perfect.
Yeah, it would be
Ooh.
would be
I
good.
was thinking Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross would be perfect.
That's my answer.
Yeah.
Spicy Rach down there says no.
Nikki Cross.
Hidden Valley.
If you're
Again,
gonna
Valley.
send Baszler, why not send
I love Ranch.
that other
I mean,
chick she's been running around
Zoe
with?
Stark.
What's her name?
Zoe
Zoe
Stark.
Zoe Stark.
Zoe
Oh
Stark.
Yeah.
man, I
Zoe
love.
Stark, for sure. Sweet tea.
Wolfie says Ilya.
Eli Dragunov?
But
Oh, yeah.
But hold on, he's got to defend the NXT title to save
Against
the living.
Tony D.
So he's booked.
Well, send Tony D's underlings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacks Lorenzo.
Yep.
Channing Stacks. Send him. Be like, hey, the Dawn of NXT has blessed this show. Blah, 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 blah,
that's,
blah, blah, blah.
that's really fucking good. And remember, you've also got a For the Culture that will be wrestling at the Collective as well.
Yes.
Effie's company that he books
The big
outside
gay,
of
the
GCW.
big gay brunch.
Big Gay
Yeah.
Brunch will be running as well. Maybe send Sonya Deville there
Sonya would be
to,
cool.
to rep the women.
Sonya would be real
yeah.
cool.
Either way, we're going to keep following this story. Like I said, this is huge because a main roster talent, not an NXT talent, a main roster
So
talent
listen, somebody you see every week.
is going to be at a major indie event alongside WrestleMania, and the more names that get announced, the cooler it's going to be, and we will keep following
We'll
it.
have Max build something pretty or something.
You're goddamn right. Big Bad John hit
Flowers
us
and everything.
with the next one.
There we go.
Here it is. Vince McMahon. The four alleged names of the corporate people within the affidavit?
The legal affidavit filed naming 4 separate corporate officers who are either aware of
Thank you, Wrestle Talk, by the way, for the info.
that were either aware of, colluded to, or were made aware of these sexual abuse allegations. Now, before we get into this story, some legal disclaimers. Number 1, these
Allegedly.
officers are named in perpetuity to their proximity to the happenings. Okay? That does not mean that, for instance, Nick Khan being named as Corporate Officer 1 had any responsibility. This is simply indicating that he may have been aware, may have been a participant, or may have been made aware after the fact. None of those things have been disclaimed legally, so we cannot say
Allegedly.
for fact that even any of these accusations are true, and we're not doing that. We are simply naming, as reported, and again, these haven't been verified yet. We've only got 2 separate news organizations that have issued these names.
Yes.
Now, Brad Bloom, who is
Lawyer.
yeah, he's the other Bloom, the Matt Bloom's Barry Bloom's brother, the agent that books mostly for TNA AEW talent now. And Johnny, read me number 4, please, Big Bad John.
One moment, let me bigger.
Yeah, there we go. Brian Nurse. I don't know Brian Nurse's corporate standing in the WWE, so I'm not going to speak on his behalf. What I will talk about is the financial implications of Corporate Officer 1 and Corporate Officer 3. One being Nick Khan, who we can all ostensibly agree is...
Why does he keep looking at me that way?
Who?
This!
You not see it? Look at
You
it.
don't see him staring at me the way he is?
You look like a piece of meat. What can I say?
Fucked up.
So Nick Khan is the person responsible for pretty much every major financial acquisition for the WWE in the last 3 years. That's not hearsay. That's nothing. That's a fact. Without Nick Khan's business sense, the WWE would not have secured the deal in Saudi, the deal in Australia, the new Netflix deal, the new TV deal with USA, the TV deal for CW, all of the financial things that make the WWE now what used to be a $6 billion company reported at a $19 or $21 billion company. That is all due to Nick Khan.
Well, here's the one. The Stephanie is the one that upsets me the most.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you remember correctly, Stephanie stepped down from the board when the accusations first started happening. We've also reported on this show that Stephanie, Hunter, Nick Khan, and John Laurinaitis all voted against Vince returning the first time.
Yeah.
So, against him, number one, as members of the board, they can't.
Yeah.
Vince, with his pencil and his mustache, needs to sit his old ass down in his rocking chair. Totally agree. But as the member of the board of directors, they can't legally take action against the CEO unless they drag up the entire board, all the financial records, which, here's the thing, they could have done had they not been under federal investigation. Because they were already getting investigated for embezzlement. So any legal action they wanted to take would have superseded or interfered with a federal injunction, and they all would have gone to prison.
Right.
So to say that they are complicit is incorrect, because even if Nick Khan had, let's say Nick Khan just showed up as the finances guy and just worked in the office, and then overheard a conversation, Vince McMahon, muscling on a girl to get some, in a roundabout way of saying it. Even if Nick Khan, he could have filed a police report, but even if he wanted to dig into the financials of the company and figure out what Vince was doing, he would have directly interfered with the federal investigation.
Yes.
Which is a huge no-no, especially in corporate America, with a $20 billion industry. I'm not saying any of this to absolve anyone of responsibility. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, allegedly, there's a corporate structure that has to be followed. Stephanie McMahon, if she found out and resigned, when she resigned, if that was the reason, she did the right thing.
Allegedly.
Well, but let's be clear. Asking someone to make the right decision in business, which she did, versus making the right decision personally against her father, is a completely different conversation.
Yeah, it is.
Her stepping down from the board, when all of this happened, was the right financial and corporate move. But then, let's say she removed herself this far away from it, you're still facing the fact that your dad might be going to prison, regardless of what he did.
Right.
And I'm, again, not defending it, but we're not talking about Vince having sexual inappropriate relationships with minors, which is a significantly different conversation.
Yeah.
Everything that Vince did was a business transaction, illegal, immoral, or otherwise, that's what it was. So if you really you want to put a daughter a 40-year-old daughter with children of her own, and bills she has to pay, and a future she has to secure for them, to go against her dad for paying a girl to do some things is a significantly different conversation than saying, I'm removing myself from this situation, that way my business isn't tanked, my morality is intact.
Yeah.
Same thing with Nick Khan. You can't expect Nick Khan, who was the acting president of the company at the time before the acquisition, to come in and risk, again, not defending it. And everyone here be like, oh, the right thing to do is to quit your job.
Not always.
Not if you got a mortgage.
Yeah.
Not if you have a family.
Yeah.
Not if you got shit to take care of. Sometimes you just have to eat enough shit. And
sometimes you have to eat shit like the taste of it.
The unfortunate thing is
actually a quote from Vince McMahon.
There is no morally gray. Everyone here agrees what is right.
And it's actually a legitimate quote from Vince McMahon. Sometimes you have to eat shit like the taste of it.
Right.
Which, now, looking back on it, makes that whole fucking thing terrible, does it not? That is a legitimate Vince McMahon quote.
No, it is.
He should have. I mean, no,
Oh.
that's fucked up, man.
Either way, these are the names named in the lawsuit. When more information becomes available, we will follow up on it.
Yeah, allegedly.
Next story, please.
I like how Caleb
For shit's
pretends that
sake.
he didn't do that on accident. Like, he totally did on purpose.
Of course he did.
I don't know. It depends on what he was eating. If you sneeze, sometimes you can't trust
Well,
yourself.
Caleb likes his taste shit. I heard that.
You eat a lot of it?
Well, I eat a lot of Max's mom's ass.
Oh, well, I mean, it's tasty. Hey,
That's not true.
She-
Max's
she
mom
will
is a
kill you.
lovely lady,
is.
and I apologize for
you,
that.
She sings it.
All right, let's talk.
Lucky she doesn't watch our show.
She's like, you kids go and do your podcast. While you're here.
They're lucky she doesn't watch our show.
But
you know what?
Rhonda's watching. You
That's
know
what I'm saying.
Rhonda's watching.
My dead mother watches this show every week, and her fucking face pops up.
That's because I'm her
Laugh
favorite.
her ass off at everything, and she would love it.
No, she laughs her ass off as a ghost. Trust me, I can hear the broad. That, no, give me a crack rock.
Can I bubble smoke?
Sorry. Hey, look, man, it's going to be that kind of episode.
Hey, Mr. T.
Oh, hi, Dad.
I'm kidding, Mr. T.
That would have been great.
Perfect.
I know somebody who does watch this show.
Well, sometimes I forget. All right, so, big news story this week. Mercedes Moné did, in fact, debut for AEW. She is All Elite, and she is making just so much money.
Sickening amount of money.
A $3 million a year guarantee plus merch for the next 3 years, which makes her, right now, the highest paid woman in wrestling, just like it did 2 years ago when she left for New Japan and secured a $300 per match per diem, like I said she would. And what did I say? If you go back and watch, I said when she returns to whatever major company, she'll be the highest paid woman in wrestling. And who's the highest paid woman in wrestling, Luke? Who is it? What's her name?
Charlotte Flair?
No!
Sasha Banks.
Because Charlotte Flair makes about $1 million less than Mercedes Moné does every year.
Ronda? Does Ronda make that kind of money?
No. Ronda didn't make that kind of money at the UFC.
What about Ripley?
You're talking about Ronda
She
Rousey,
should.
right?
Merch, maybe. Merch-wise, if you account like merch sales against salary,
Probably.
she's up there, but
Yeah.
she's not pulling more
She's
of a
like
salary.
the female John Cena.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real here. Except she looks way better. in
But here we go,
clothes.
y'all. CEO,
I don't know
hottest.
what John Cena looks like.
Never seen it. We can't.
Well, I mean, there was a floating something at the Oscars or something like that.
She's,
It's just a giant penis
Wait.
just floating there.
There was a card.
Wait.
All you saw was the card.
anyway, Mercedes Moné, All Elite, highest paid woman in wrestling.
All right, anyone surprised?
No.
I mean,
But hold on, because there were so many. I feel specifically bad for Sean Ross Sapp this week, because he's been getting hounded for months since he put out that first tweet about her signing. Well, Sean Ross Sapp is wrong. She's not All Elite. She's going back to the WWE. I live in my mom's basement and I don't take showers. So Sean Ross Sapp, whom I love, by the way, and also has no problem going back through every single Twitter response he has with a receipt, and he will even tell you, no, I'm not professional. Yes, I am that petty, and I'm going to spend my weekend doing this. So Wednesday during the day said on his Twitter, he was like, get ready, because I've been looking at receipts all day. And of course the neckbeards continued to jump in. He was like, oh, Mercedes not debuting tonight. I masturbate because I can't get a girlfriend. And so then they all start flooding Sean Ross Sapp at about 6:55. Then at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on TBS, Miss Mercedes Moné walked out. At 7:05, Sean Ross Sapp tweeted a picture of a Walgreens receipt. Which, if you don't know, Walgreens have the longest receipts. And if you follow Sean, the whole day he was just a
just
fucking
ripping it
menace.
apart.
But I remember that specifically because I tweeted at 7:03, Sean Ross Sapp about to be a menace on this app. And 2 minutes later, the receipts started coming in, baby.
That's fantastic.
But here we go. Look at all the dream matchups. Number 1 still has the international ties to NJPW, which means she can still compete for the IWGP women's titles in AEW. Number 2, matchups we've never seen against such Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, Saraya, Ruby Riott, all the matches we
Well,
never
they'll
got.
let her in the ring with Saraya. She'll
But
fucking injure her again.
Either way, crossover matches with Impact, which they've done before, we could see Sasha Banks and Jordynne Grace.
Yeah.
If they wanted to take a trip down to the NWA, Sasha Banks and Lady Frost. If she wanted to continue working in Europe. Sasha Banks just opened herself up to continue being the hottest free agent while signed to the #1 company that allows for free agency.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks could show up on the collective and they're still going to pay her $3 million to do it.
I love that we still refer to her as Sasha Banks.
Sorry, Mercedes Moné.
It just goes to show you.
But yeah, I mean, nothing I said
also,
about her being the hottest free agent was wrong.
Above the entranceway, fans got pictures of Bailey,
Naomi and Tamina.
and Tamina.
They all went to sport.
Above the actual screen.
And then, of course, all the neckbeards
Of course.
went on Twitter and was like, oh, they should be fired because they don't love the WWE and sometimes my mom has to check my temperature by putting a thermometer in my ass. Like, you fucking butt smacks. Wrestlers are allowed to have friends in other companies. Trust me, they do it all the time. Idiots, man.
Also, they weren't shown on camera.
I
They
could
were
sit
just
here
like
and talk shit about the IWC all day long, but I don't have all day long. That being said, Mercedes Moné, top dog, back in the game, more to come. Next story,
Hit us with the next one, John. Alright, so we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. Candice LeRae in the middle of a back handspring. Gets in Maxine Dupree's face, tells her that she's an embarrassment to her dead brother. This, that, and the other, and immediately Christian tweets out, they all want to be me. Which is fantastic because you know what is Christian's gimmick?
He hates all dead fathers.
All dead fathers. All dead fathers.
All dead fathers.
Here's the deal. This is what I want to see. Hit it next. This is the one he's straying away from, and I don't know why. This is the one I want to see.
Could be because -1 is still like 14 years old.
Doesn't matter. His father's dead.
Could also be that the fact...
No. This is sink or swim. This is how we do
You want
things.
him to drag a 14-year-old?
Hey, does he want a contract? Does he have a contract? Does he make money? Hold on. Hold on. This little kid right here, -1, Brody Lee Jr., son of the late, great Brody Lee. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. All right. Christian, purveyor of filth, and likes to fuck people's mothers in front of them on live TV. Okay? Here's the deal. That little kid has a job where other wrestlers don't have a job. Wrestlers who are, I don't know, of age to actually work. And here's Christian, and the greatest gimmick in the world, and the #1 one he should be picking on is -1. Why? Because his father's dead, Caleb. His father's dead.
Oh my gosh.
Hit us with the next one, John. Speaking of people whose careers are dead, this guy right here, Zach Knight with a K, Z-A-K, Zach Knight. That guy was supposed to have a Collision debut. You know who that guy is right there, Caleb? Don't have to tell me, it's Paige's brother. I know who he is.
Right.
Here's the deal. He had a chance to wrestle on Collision, and you know what they did, Caleb? They canceled. They canceled the match completely. You know why?
Wait a minute.
You know
Why
why?
are you
Hold
stealing
on.
my-
Hold on. You know why? Can you go back for a second, Johnny? Because this hasn't happened yet. Now, I'm sick of it.
This case.
Unprofessional. Tell them where they can catch us, Caleb. Tell them where they can catch us.
Tell the people about it. You want to do my job so goddamn bad? Do it.
You can.
No, fuck you.
You can catch us at.
Go fuck it up. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/go-fuck-yourself. Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Catch us on X at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. You can also check out StreamLabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access the merch. All right. Next story.
Merch.
was on one tonight. I love it. Christian fears -1. -1 wrestle circles all over Nick Wade.
That's right. And why? Why?
Why?
Because Bertie Lee Jr. Yeah, his dad's dead. Perfect foil.
Keep reminding you.
Perfect. They do. Perfect foil for Christian Cage. Next
Are you
slide,
suggesting
please.
that Nick? Hold on. Fuck his slide. Are you suggesting to me that -1 should be the one to defeat Christian Cage for the TNT title?
Did I stutter?
-1 is 15 years old.
Why not?
Should defeat 15.
Eddie Guerrero started wrestling at 8. What's your point?
Caleb, 15 -1.
Christian. Hit us with the next one, please. This sounds like a night guy. SmackDowns. I was going to talk about the difference in SmackDown. Ready? Take my glasses off again. No, I'm kidding. This is a picture taken from SmackDown of Roman Reigns acknowledging a fan in the crowd whose sign says, "Acknowledge me, I'm in remission." It's fantastic. It's things that I like to tune into on Friday nights. The sports athleticism, the grandeur, everything SmackDown does so well.
Yeah.
And then we get to Monday Night Raw. Hit us with the next one, Johnny. Would you like to read that out loud?
Every week on Monday at 9 p.m., you can turn on USA Turn on USA can catch this bitch-ass motherfucker crying about some shit.
Then we go to Raw. He slapped The Rock in the face on SmackDown.
He did.
And then cried about his mother on Monday.
I know.
Cried. He cried, Caleb. He cried. That was his response. He slapped The Rock, the greatest moment in his life, and then what did he do? He cried about it.
So now The Rock's going to whip his ass with a belt. He told his mama this on SmackDown after he sang songs to him, which was fucking hilarious.
It was fantastic. I loved it.
Rock Concert 4 or whatever. Anyway, he told The Rock's mom that he was going to take this belt. And he was going to whip Cody after they beat them and it's bloodline rules. And when it's covered in her son's blood, he's going to hand her the belt covered in her son's blood, and the only thing that she can say is, "You're welcome." It's gonna happen.
It's gold. It's
gold
happen. Is what it is, and I hate that it's gold.
It was.
Gold.
If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it.
Have you? No, I have.
Fucking hilarious.
So the internal feelings right now, though, interesting enough in the roster, is that Rock gets too much leeway. He's allowed to swear. He's allowed to say what he wants. And their roster members legitimately upset that they can't do that. Here's my thing. You're not the fucking Rock.
The Rock says what The Rock says.
The Rock.
Stone Cold throws a microphone into the crowd.
I believe that's even in a song. The Rock says.
Here's The Rock drawing millions and millions, and here's you on NXT in a tag team that no one can remember.
Yep.
And that isn't an insult to your hard work, your work ethic. You're going to be a star one day. You're not that guy yet. The Rock
is fantastic.
can go on YouTube and curse at folks.
The Rock sits on the board of TKO.
Yeah.
The Rock is your boss.
Your final
And you roll and shut your
And
mouth.
he's your high chief. Don't forget
The
that
highest.
part.
Damn straight he is.
He's the high
He's
chief.
the final
chief.
boss.
So,
He's the final boss, yes.
when The Rock cuts a cool promo and he says a bunch of heinous shit and he uses the F word, as a wrestling fan, shut up and enjoy it.
Yep, first
As a wrestler who is going to make money off of that payday, shut up and enjoy it.
That's like the IWC to jump on something. Oh, he said poop. Can you imagine that he said poop? It's like, but we want the Attitude Era back in the same breath. You couldn't last 2 minutes in my Attitude
The
Era.
Rock,
Not 2 minutes.
The Rock could walk out on national TV, pull his dick out, wear it like a wristwatch, and cut a promo, and the only thing USA Network would do is blur it out.
Yep.
They wouldn't cut the feed. They wouldn't yell at anybody. They'd be like, "Oh, you know, we really wish The Rock hadn't shown his dick." To which The Rock would have said, "Well, I did," and USA would have been like, "Our bad."
Yeah, what did we do wrong?
That is referred to as the people's street.
Exactly.
That's the People's Watch.
Somebody else made a really interesting point, and I wanted to talk about this. If you've watched any of the string of promos, right? Even though Cody and Seth are getting opportunities to rebuttal.
They're not. They're not good at it.
Well,
Rhodes is
Hold on.
good. Rollins is terrible.
That's what I was about to say. Seth, who for all intents and purposes, if you look at the actual structure of wrestling, right, in the WWE, Seth should be either on par or the second biggest star in the WWE because he's the world champion.
Correct.
Seth has been getting buried
Yep.
verbally
Yes, he has.
and in the ring for
Yeah.
weeks. And I'm wondering, like, after Cody, even if Cody loses, right, even if he does, Roman is still going to come back out on SmackDown and say, I beat your number one contender. I'm still the world champion. Where does Seth have to go? Yeah, he can beat Drew at Mania.
He's not gonna, but he could.
But even if he does, where then does Seth come out, especially if they lose on night one? Where does Seth come up that following Monday and be like, well, I'm the world champion of this show? Like, motherfucker, you let the other world champion talk nothing but massive shit about you. You let the other world champion talk nothing but massive shit about your wife, about your tag team partner, about your show. Who gives a shit about you?
Yeah.
Like, this is... Some people won't remember, but like in ECW days, right? The television champion and the world champion were always on the same level.
Yes.
Not necessarily competitively or pay-wise, but like, if you were the TV champ
You were
and you were
just
the world
as
champ,
important.
you were just as important. Same thing with like early 80s Intercontinental Champion. Hulk Hogan may have been world champion, but Macho Man was Intercontinental Champion. Now people on Raw, just from like the exchanges of the last couple
Gunther's
weeks,
more of a star.
Exactly. Gunther has more
Seth
respect
does.
from the roster than their world champion does. So what happens if the Samoans get the advantage on night one? Right, they win the tag match.
That's gonna happen.
It's going to happen. But hear me out. Cody, if he beats Roman, can walk in on Saturday or Friday and be like, yeah, I dethroned the tribal chief. I'm the greatest motherfucker who ever lived.
Very well.
But if Drew beats Seth, Seth can come out and automatically say, hey, everyone was right. Seth's a bitch.
Here's the
And I'm the
deal.
world champion. But even if Seth wins, even if he beats him, he still has to come out on Monday and be like, Cody stole the show. I lost us night one, and I just barely beat Drew McIntyre.
Well, here's
who
the
hasn't
deal.
won
We
a
don't even
singles
know if that's
match
going
in
to
months.
take place now. It's Monday night. Airs from Chicago and the return of CM Punk. I think Punk's ready to go.
Punk's still injured.
I don't know. I think he's ready to go.
Well, that's
If he's
cool.
not, he becomes a referee for that match.
Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt that.
Or Punk comes
But-
down on night 2 to save Cody and turns on Cody and Roman gets the win.
But my point to all that is, like, even after WrestleMania is said and done, Seth Rollins has spent this entire build-up looking like a bitch.
Looking like a bitch. Yeah.
So what the fuck? Like, why would anyone on night one or night two or whatever night the fuck happens? Why would anyone care more or as much about the world title match than they do the Universal Championship?
Right? I agree.
Because as far as title matches are concerned, it's Gunther and Sammy,
So far.
Rhea and Becky,
Bailey and Io.
Bayley and Io, and
6
Cody and
tag team
Roman.
ladder match.
And the 16 ladder match, plus Logan Paul versus whom I assume is going to be Randy Orton.
Orton and KO. A triple threat match.
Okay. That's all your title matches people are giving a shit about. Rollins doesn't even make the top 8 of the 8 title matches people give a shit about.
That's true. Well, his match was booked before that. With The
Yeah.
Rock and them. They knew that was going to happen.
That's partially because it's McIntyre and nobody.
Well, and
Drew has re-signed.
but giving Seth some levity, Seth has been hurt. So we can't actually see him wrestle every single week.
True.
But we could let him come out and cut a real promo
Well, I
instead
mean,
of the...
he's been on TV every week, even if he's not been wrestling.
Cody, Cody, I got your back, Cody. Go fuck yourself, Cody. Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut
Cody.
up. You need to look at that camera. You need to threaten to fuck The Rock's mother.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, fuck it. Threaten to fuck The Rock's
Don't do
mother.
that.
I wouldn't do that.
But
Pro Wrestling Throwdown doesn't endorse that. We don't endorse that.
no, man. But like, I just don't give a shit about Seth Rollins.
You
right
can
now.
pick on the Samoans and pick a fight with them if you want to. Hey.
No,
You're welcome. Hey, I'm in, man. Me and you. Let's do this. All right, this is with the next one. All right.
Michael Cole.
So, him wearing the headset on Monday night
Yes.
while calling all the action is hilarious.
He finally got
This is something that was posted on.
Which, by the way, they've been running that bit at house shows.
Yeah. Well,
they finally put it on TV.
They put this on with the caption being titled this on Facebook, and then all hell broke loose. So
Oh, good.
I'm just going to give you a couple of the funny ones.
All right, let's see it.
Feasting in Valhalla.
Oh, good. She doesn't wear shoes.
Let's see. Smash like a Viking.
Give or take.
Let's see. Where was he? Viking rides moose.
You sure that's moose and not squirrel?
Maybe. Entering Valhalla.
No, yeah, that's a good
Raw and horny. My personal favorite, coal mining in Valhalla. Oh, those are so good.
Okay, first of all, why doesn't Michael Cole have a podcast called The Coal Mine?
I know, right? Well, all of his fans are coal mine. The most interesting part of this picture, though, is somebody really enjoys Mrs. Price's class.
What's this?
I love Mrs. Price's class.
I really hope that Mrs. Price hates wrestling.
No, she loves it. She told me so.
I guess that makes the price right.
Bitch. All right. This was the next one. I just found that kind of funny. We got some Hall of Fame inductees.
Yeah, we do Thunderbolt Patterson.
Thunderbolt Patterson, of course, known through the 60s and 70s as being one of the big powerhouses in professional wrestling. Thunderbolt Patterson is to be inducted into this year's class, which has already stated Paul Heyman
Bull Nakano.
and Bull Nakano. And then we introduced Thunderbolt Patterson and the U.S. Express,
Yep.
which is
Which
Barry
we
Windham
talked about the U.S.
and
Express
Mike
last
Rotunda. And then we got the next one of the greatest champions in sports.
Arguably.
One of the greatest former heavyweight champions in the history of sports and entertainment. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Hit the next one. Muhammad Ali. What? What's the matter? Go back one. Did you not see this? This was announced today. You didn't see this, did you?
That's a lie.
Bray Wyatt's not being inducted, but this guy is.
That's not true.
No, it's true. It's totally true. It was on
That's
ESPN
not
earlier
true.
today. It was.
That cannot be.
It was. So look at it. 100% accurate.
What does it say?
2024
That
WWE
is-
Hall of Fame
that is-
inductees. Vince
That
Russo.
is fake.
We are breaking that today.
That is fake.
We are breaking
It's
that
a lie.
today
Vince
on our
Russo's
show.
not going into the WWE
Vince
Hall of Fame.
Russo
No, he's not.
is going in the Hall of Fame, and I hear that there's going to be another inductee.
You tell me David Arquette's going to
Hold
be
on,
inducted. I'm
hold
gonna
on.
through the chest.
I know that there's going to be another inductee, but we'll have to wait till next week for us to drop that one too. But I've got my nose on the ground. And I know that there's another inductee coming for the 2024 Hall of Fame to stand beside all the greats. Muhammad Ali, Paul Heyman, and Vince Russo in the Hall of Fame for 2024. Tune in next week, of course,
Vince
for
Russo,
the next Hall of
not
Fame. No, it's
actually
okay. I got this. It's all right. Go ahead and hit us with the next
Hall
one.
of Famer.
This is, of course, Muhammad Ali, the latest, right here.
Yes. He's like a
all
butterfly
right.
and stings like a bee.
So,
Hold on.
battle
Can we not-
lines.
Wait. Can we not give a little bit of levity to Muhammad Ali's actual induction before we just roll over it?
He refereed a match once. All right.
Motherfucker.
What? What? Okay, hold on. Run it back. Go ahead.
In one of the very first and greatest sports entertainment versus
Muhammad Ali. Hit us with the next
Muhammad
one.
Ali fought Antonio Inoki in a sellout crowd. Also, he's a multiple-time WBC, IWO, and WBO World Heavyweight Champion.
Jake the Snake Roberts
One of
himself
the-
for him.
One of the greatest boxers of all time,
Jake the
who
Snake
modeled
Roberts himself for him.
his ability to speak after Dusty Rhodes.
So Will Smith's gonna slap somebody else. I get it.
He's also an Olympian, a Vietnam veteran, you prick.
First off, no, he wasn't.
He was a draft dodger.
He was a draft dodger. He was one of them sissy pantses.
Wait. He wouldn't go. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Changed his
He wouldn't
name.
go and
His
kill.
fucking
That's
name
right.
is Cassius
That's right.
Clay, and he should enjoy it.
What was it? What was this phrase?
Float
Buzz
like
like
a
a housefly, sting like a mosquito.
Something like that.
I hate it here.
His daughter's really
No, I
famous.
don't. I love it here. Mahershala Ali? That's his son, right? The actor?
The one that did the show with Hogan, the American Gladiator. So.
Gross.
She was a boxer, like her daddy. No, Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest of all times to do it's going in. But next week I do have a couple more inductees for you. So we'll keep that going.
Is this a game we're playing until the Hall of Fame?
Nope, that's not a game at all. It's real life, right next to Vince Russo. All right, April 27th, Saturday, April 27th to be exact. New Genesis Wrestling presents Battle Lines. Doors open at 6 o'clock, bell time at 7. $10 for adults, advanced at the door, $12, $5 per kid. YouTube.com/New Genesis Wrestling. We're going to have the end.
At New Genesis Wrestling. You have to put in the at.
Oh, the at is there. Okay, yes, they put in an at.
Yes.
NGW Championship, Ace Hawkins versus Chris Cade with guest referee The Freak. NGW Tag Team Championships, The Fam take on the Executive Order. Shaft. You damn right. No, that's not Shaft. We just talked about Shaft.
Shaft.
Who?
Shaft.
He's a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
Damn right.
He's going to wrestle Playboy Double H, Ari Alexander versus Matty Monarch. Chaotic Championship, Sid Holland versus Dirk Holster? Colt? That guy. It says how to pronounce his name.
Dirk.
I have no Dirk. We'll just call you Dirk, bruh. He's going to be
a little
Dirk.
bit illiterate.
What was I
Apologize.
say? Dyer
Pronounced
Holter?
Akbar. That's what
No,
it says.
it's a period.
That's
I don't
Akbar,
think it's
period.
General Akbar.
So it would be
That was a Star Wars.
Dirk Colthar.
Oh, okay. Dr. Colthar. All right.
Dr. Pepper.
Okay, and his friend, Mr. Salt.
Yeah.
Also, the Lightning Division Championship, Akbar, period. That's what it says. Versus El Magnifico, which was a friend of several people. I've known El Magnifico for a while. Also, an open challenge with the Prodigal Son. Here's the deal, y'all. The Lou Civic Center, Mesquite, Illinois.
Scooter.
Whatever. 234. That's what happens when you let me do promos.
I heard him say it right.
At 234 North Market Street. $10 in advance, 12 at the door for adults, 5
I
for
heard
children.
him say it right.
Be sure to come out for a great night of action. The 27th, doors open at 6, bell time at 7 o'clock. You can use the little thing, I'm guessing, the little QR code for...
If Vince Russo gets in, David Arquette should be in the Hall of Fame too.
David Arquette's already in the Hall of Fame. He is the greatest world champion of all time.
Right now.
Right next to Oliver
You leave
Platt.
Mr. Toad
I
alone.
gotta keep my blood pressure low.
Mr. Toad.
Jimmy the King deserves an entry into the Hall of Fame.
Well, who's
as well.
Jimmy King?
He's the bestler.
He's the best wrestler.
He's the bestler.
Better than all the wrestler. He's got class.
He's got Flash.
You know fast.
He rules ass.
He'll rule that ass.
Jimmy
Da-da-da.
King.
That's all we really have.
That's a work in progress.
I think it sounds good. All right, with that is the end of our segment for today.
Oh.
Wonderful.
So that brings us to that time of the show.
Is it that time, Luke?
It is that time. So
All
I
right.
beat you again.
Well, thanks for. First of all, we tied, motherfucker.
only tied
So-
because I gave you a couple.
Your ass beat you 18 weeks in a fucking row.
Hush your mouth.
All right. It's time for birthdays.
Hey, bullshit.
Max.
Take her away.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this
We should
pulled
get
up.
like a Grinch graphic. Max. Take it away, pal. I don't know why the Grinch. It's
good shit,
Grinch
pal.
McMahon.
It's good shit, pal.
Okay.
You're fired.
What do we got? I think we got a whole bunch of shit today.
Whole bunch of
Especially
shit.
birthdays and bullshit.
All right.
So let's see.
Record breaking
First,
countdown.
we got a countdown.
All right, what do we got?
A tribal chief, Roman Reigns, head of the children's table at least.
First off, he's your tribal chief, and you will show him respect.
No, I do. I respect him. I know that
He's not the final boss,
the
but he's the
actual
tribal
boss.
chief.
1,295 days today.
Wow, that's almost.
So that puts him.
It's almost 1,300 days.
Yeah, almost. 5 days out.
Pretty close.
Yeah, so a little under 200
So in case he
days until
sneezes or we
reaches,
have somebody break in on
Hogan's
him.
lever. Yeah, Hogan's lever. Hogan's.
Oh, a lot of
record.
people. That's why Hogan's leg drop was so devastating. It's because the ledger come down on
Oh,
him.
for heaven's sake.
His
Next.
Hulkamania and all his Hulkamaniacs crashed down in their chest. All right,
My tribal chief,
Mr. Guta.
the Ring General. Gunther.
who is stuck wrestling Sami Zayn right now, which I'm not real fucking thrilled about.
I'm not mad about it,
Also,
but I
shoulders
don't like
weren't
it
down.
much. I saw.
So we're gonna,
watched
where I
Monday
say
night.
with,
Yeah.
here's the deal, it's a triple threat and they pin Sammy. It makes perfect sense.
Not going to happen. It's going to be Gunther and Sami Zayn's match.
Oh.
Max, how many days has Gunther been WWF
Gunther
Intercontinental
increases his
Heavyweight
reign
Champion?
as the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all
Of all time.
at 646 days today.
Man, imagine had we had this to work off of when we were doing the greatest Intercontinental Champion tournament
No
in
shit,
our
right?
second season.
Right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is still Shinsuke Nakamura. For those of you who don't forget,
All right. Let's see. Seth Franklin Rollins. I'm going to say Seth's at
Gunther's also my tribal chief.
295 days.
290.
295 freaking days
On the
today.
You know how I know that?
Because you remembered last week?
No, because Romans is the exact same number without the 1,000.
Well, fair enough. Hey, that's a good bit of
I've noticed it all year.
tracking information.
I actually pointed out at one point, hey,
I'm saying to the fans, like on
Oh, yeah.
like the WWE could use that.
Yeah, they really could.
Yeah.
Hit us with the next one. Ooh,
Mommy.
God, just
Just
things.
carriage house.
Just
spit on me
Just-
a little bit.
Just
piss in my mouth.
Just let me smell it just a little. All right. I hit us with the next one.
Boy, this is the episode that's getting us kicked off YouTube.
All
Hey,
right.
first off, she knows what she's doing.
She knew what this was.
She knew how this was.
This week I highlighted a couple things because she
I
holds
can tell.
she holds the Raw Women's title, so it reads the Raw Women's Championship. Cause we
The
always
red
still
one?
trying to
The
figure
red
out-
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Like
that
your
350
birthday was not like
days today.
350
that particular belt.
Gunther,
She
the
goes,
real uncrowned world champion. I definitely love to see it. Oh, it's gonna happen.
It's
Derek, don't
one
worry.
day.
You were saying, Max?
she has that 350 days today. So by the strictly just the Raw
Third overall.
belt, be third overall.
Wow. That's cool.
We're in a weird era today, right? Where we're seeing longer title reigns.
Which also technically the belt that she holds, it was a brand new belt.
Yeah.
So
But it just
technically she's setting her own record.
it goes to show that Triple H is actually putting emphasis on
Yes.
the championship being important. If
We're not
what,
changing every week.
he's
like
got
we did for a
three
little while there.
champions, right? He's got an inaugural champion, the longest reigning ever Intercontinental champion, the longest reigning ever women's Raw Women's champion. I would
Universal
imagine if we looked at SmackDown, we could see.
Well, that would be what's highlighted in blue there, which would be Bayley holds that one at 380 days.
Still underneath Triple H's regime.
Yep.
And, like you just said,
Well, at 502 days, it beats Rock and Robin
Yeah.
as the number one
And-
longest reigning of all time.
with the United States title being on someone outside of the WWE or as an audience from the outside WWE, elevating that title in a completely different way. Because we're not just watching like, yes, the Universal Championship's going to break a record. It's probably going to break Hogan's if he goes past Mania. Gunther's already set a record.
If he goes past Mania as champion, he'll break
He'll
it.
have to.
Yeah.
The women are climbing up there, but he found the U.S. title and was like, I don't want to create another winning streak. How do I make it just as important? I'll find one of the biggest stars outside of wrestling and make him a wrestler. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
Like, Triple H is really deserves a lot more credit as far as making these belts important than Vince ever could have in the 90s and between, 2001, I won't say that early. 2009 to now.
Since Punk.
Yeah, I would agree with that. After
And
2011, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
AJ Lee,
Yeah.
by the way.
Anyway,
so-
Max, you were saying? Oh, okay.
No, next. All
right,
right, here we go.
But it is time.
Mana.
Birthdays.
Daytime.
Mana.
Anybody. Before we go to the next one,
That wasn't even a
well,
happy
no, John
birthday
already
to
did.
you.
I was going to ask if anybody had anything they wanted to point out about the happy birthday thing again.
There's an eye missing.
Well, there's no I in birthday.
There's no I in team.
Oh, there's a me, though.
Yeah, but
There's also a meat and tame. So tame your meat and put it on me. Ha-ha!
Oh dear God.
I mean, if you insist, I mean,
And that's teamwork.
Anyway,
PWT on OnlyFans.
that didn't work out. Anyway. Go ahead, John.
Samoan coffee, dark roast, ground. What's that say, Max? Ground coffee.
Just go.
Yeah, nice.
Go to the next one, John.
That's that shit that ISIS drinks.
There you go.
Oh, it's Samoan Joe. I get it.
Joe from Samoa. Yeah. The
Samoan Joe.
The other Joe
I
from
thought
Samoa.
it was good.
That's
That is
clever.
good. That's a good one, yeah.
He's not Colombian, but
Oh,
it's clever.
because it's a Samoan cup of Joe.
Yes.
It took him that
I
long.
hate you.
No, I.
Also,
You
I'm
ever
just
seen
gonna
that-
say his arrow on his screen, where that arrow is above the A. I was like, why the fuck does he spell it with one of them asterisk things? There we go. I was like, why is he a Samoa Joe all of a sudden?
Did you see his match Wednesday with
Yes, straight,
Wardlow? What's that?
It wasn't terrible.
What, you know what? Wardlow obviously was fairly limited, but Joe looked great, and then Strickland coming out. That's a feud, man.
Joe's used to wrestling people who are limited, though. Think
That's fair.
he's pretty good at
Yeah.
covering up
It-
people's weaknesses.
It is his
He did make
birthday
CM Punk.
today.
Today, let's see.
He's gonna celebrate it with a nice cup of hot chocolate.
Samoan Joe.
Samoa Joe. That's dumb.
Um,
Joe from Samoa,
he's up there-ish.
40s at least, early 40s, I would think.
43.
That's what I was gonna say, motherfucker. I'm gonna say 40 then, but we'll see what happens.
How about 45
45.
Older
today?
than Holly was by a couple years.
Damn, Joe. All right.
I'll take the point, though.
Yeah.
Next.
E.T.
It is exam time, all right?
Yes, it is.
All right, I'll turn my head and cough, but
I'm not holding it.
Go,
this
go
time.
ahead, John.
Oh, it's test.
We do
Get
remember. We remember test today.
that's pretty clever.
That was pretty
1975
clever.
to
Fresh on
2009.
That's pretty clever. I like it.
Adam Martin? Was Adam?
Andrew.
Andrew Martin.
Yeah, Andrew Test Martin.
His last run was in TNA.
They told him he looked too juicy to go home and get off the stuff, and he come back twice as big, and they fired him.
Yep. And then
And then they found him.
3 months later,
passed away.
actually it may have been 2 months.
It
I
was,
think
it was
fairly early.
fairly
yeah.
early.
Uh,
All
however-
the potential in the world was a former bodyguard for Motley Crue. That is a true story. Andrew Martin could have been the next Kevin Nash, but he,
Yeah.
where Nash excelled
Drugs and
under
steroids.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
he did not,
I-
unfortunately.
I do remember though, I begged my mom, because I used to have to go to bed at 9 o'clock when I was 8 and 9, so I'd always miss the
That's
second
only
half
because
of
I
Raw.
came over at
right?
10. And I was running out of $20
Yeah.
bills to make it
Anyway,
better.
well, gotta pay.
So that falls on you.
Gotta pay the light bill
or-
somehow. But anyway, I remember I begged my mom to let me stay up and watch the Test and Stephanie wedding.
She begged
And
me
I
to
was
stay
in
up
my
too.
fucking
It's
trailer.
awesome.
I remember watching.
And I was watching it, and
Yeah.
then when Triple H showed up and ruined the wedding, I got so
Dirty
mad.
son of a bitch.
I started throwing shit. It's like 10 o'clock at night. And Mom, what the fuck is wrong with you? And all I could say was, Triple H ruined Test's wedding.
Oh, no.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, rest
What
in-
a... It's sad to see a guy who could have been...
He could have been
like,
huge.
the next
Well, I mean, he
main
was
star.
huge. That was the problem.
You
But
know?
he could have been.
He
could
was
have been
great
a-
on Fear Factor.
Oh, yeah. And he had such raw talent. Like, for a big guy especially,
Especially when he was on SmackDown.
his height and his weight, you have to be exceptional to be good. Like, you're fairly limited. Guys like Taker, Kane,
Nash. Yeah.
you had to be good, otherwise you were just another big dude. Test had all the charisma in the world, had the size, had the speed,
Like Bam Bam Bigelow. He was
Yeah.
big and he was heavy, but he could moonsault.
and he could.
He could handspring.
And when he would hit that big boot,
Yeah.
it looked better than everyone's big boot. Like he just fucking.
He was
so
good. His elbow drop was good too.
Yeah.
Now, is he one that has been inducted, or do you think he won't be inducted?
He'll never be inducted.
Because of the drugs?
His character, he didn't have as long enough of a career to be.
Not.
It was impressionable.
It
at
was.
least
I
to
mean,
me.
yeah. People
A
can see his
teenage
picture
girl.
and remember him.
He might get a legacy induction.
That's at least something.
One of those ones that they don't televise, they just induct. They do that a lot.
Yeah, I feel like
I just don't see what his mark was. I don't mean to be an asshole.
no, but you're
But he
right.
was never a world champion.
It's contributions were fairly
very
limited.
limited because of the fact he died so young.
What, tag team champion a couple times,
like you said,
European
legacy,
champion?
I could totally see that.
I could see
Yeah.
a legacy
Yeah,
entrant of some sort.
yeah. Well, rest in peace, Test. You failed.
Test. This is a test. That was the same song.
Rick Martel.
That is Rick the Model Martel.
On the 18th.
At one time held the record for the longest Royal Rumble stay in 1990
1990?
with 45 and a half minutes, which back then was something. Former tag team champion, tag team partner to Tito Santana, had a great match at SummerSlam of '93 where him and Shawn Michaels wrestled in a match where they couldn't strike each other in the face.
Yeah.
Also had the blindfold match, WrestleMania 7 with Jake the Snake Roberts. And sprayed Tatanka in the eyes with the thing blinding him. Rick the Model Martel also was in WCW for a short time, was United States and Television champion over there. AWA Heavyweight Champion, as you see from the picture here.
Semi-main evented Starrcade.
One of the greatest French-Canadian wrestlers of my era. I'm going to say he's every bit of 73.
74, gotta be older, I would think.
No, how about 68?
Okay, I knew he
Wow.
was
Younger than Flair?
No point there.
Really?
That's a good one, though. I
That's
love Rick
fucking
Martel.
impressive.
Yeah,
Two
pile
more
driver.
on the 18th, though.
All right, let's hit him. EC3.
That is the third of the ECs.
Eric, exactly. Eric Carter III.
Ethan Carter.
Ethan Carter III, that's right.
Eric, Ethan, whatever.
Started out
As a
as Dixie Carter's nephew character in TNA. Worked up into like a semi-prominent main event position. Became TNA World Champion. Left TNA to go to NXT. Interesting run in NXT. Gets called up way too early. Was featured on TV maybe 4 times before he got released. Went back to TNA. Had that incredible cinematic match we talked about with Moose. Started Control Your Narrative with all of the right-wing nutcases and for the
boys.
kind of people who like that kind of thing, that's the kind of thing those people like.
Now he's the NWA Heavyweight
And
Champion.
now, like I'm about to say, not only that, but is vying for the OVW World Heavyweight Championship.
Actually, he is the OVW Southern Heavyweight
Yes.
Champion.
Yeah. So,
Ethan's not no pushover.
interesting career track, but the Duke can work. He was trained by...
Who else could have beat Tyrus?
He was trained by the Artful Dodger's brother. Help me out. Pritchard. Not Bruce. Not
Tom.
Bruce. Tom.
Dr. Tom.
Dr. Tom Pritchard. Has been in the business at a main event level for almost 10 years now.
He's still rather young, though.
Yeah, still young. Has some really, for the pictures don't show it, but actually has some really cool tattoos. He doesn't do big designs. He's got stripes, great big block stripes, and they're called minimalist tattoos. And they're kind of fucking cool.
With that said,
Ethan
41.
Carter, I don't think he's as old as Joe yet. I'm going to say 37. He said 41, I said 37.
Oh, 41 years
41
old.
on the dot. Wow.
Tomorrow on the 18th.
Which would have made him, even as a call-up for NXT.
31. 10 years ago.
No, he wasn't called up in 2014. He was called up in 2016, so he would have been.
Well, he
30.
was also Bateman in NXT as well. For his original run, his name was Matt Bateman.
Yeah, that was FCW's NXT though.
Yeah.
That wasn't. So yeah, he would have been looking at the other side of 30 when he came to the WWE.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Right on. I got that one. Hit us with the next one. Well, hello.
Vanessa Bourne.
That is Vanessa Bourne.
I don't have a clue who that is.
NXT talent. Also AEW talent.
Oh, good for her.
From the picture, I'm going to say... I'm not really experienced with her, but I know who she is. 30.
Matt Damon's wife.
You said 30. I'm saying 20.
Very funny. That's Jason.
Jason Bourne.
Jason.
Yeah,
Jason's
but
wife.
Matt's his middle name.
Jason Matt Bourne.
Well, when he said Matt Bourne, I thought he was talking about
Doink
Matt
the
Sydal. I thought he was talking about Matt Sydal.
That's Evan Bourne. Matt Bourne's Doink the Clown.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, he said 30. I'm saying 20.
How about 36 years
Yeah,
old?
I don't
Hey,
have a
nailed
clue
it.
who that is.
I've seen her work.
She looks familiar. Yeah,
I've
I just
seen
don't
her
have
work.
a clue.
What's this next one here?
John McGraw.
Rick McGraw. All right.
On the 19th, yes, we remember Rick McGraw.
Yeah.
1955 to 1985.
Journeyman wrestler, known for very power forward. Very good. What we called journeymen back in the day were the guys that would. They're not jabronis. The Rock, I like to call them jabronis. They're not. They're journeymen. Basically, they're enhancement talent. He's one of the most famous.
Had a limited run in the San Francisco territory against Pat Patterson. Did some stuff with Mid-South. Did some stuff with WCW before.
How long has he been gone?
1955 to 1985.
85.
No.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Pioneer.
Died at 30.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Coke, probably.
Damn.
Hit us with the next one in that day and age.
Oh, Captain
Hey, look at this fuck face.
Is that Jimmy Havoc?
There's Jimmy Havoc.
Fuck Jimmy Havoc. He's a
Fuck
drug abusing, woman abusing spot monkey who needs to fight a real man.
He's also out of professional wrestling now.
Yeah, good. Good for him.
Havoc is a piece of shit for every 40 days. Every 40 years he's been alive.
Sorry, he's a woman abusing junkie, and I got no fucking patience for it.
Yeah.
And if he has got a problem, he can sue me or fight me, and he should probably get a lawyer to do either. Fuck him.
40.
41.
How about 40 years old on the 19th?
I don't
That's another
really
one for
want that
Luke.
point, but I'm going to take it.
No.
Prosperity.
That's that up.
That is Matt Bourne.
That is Matt Bourne.
I put him together.
Matt Bourne is Dwight the Clown. You can't put them together. People get confused.
Sorry, that.
Well, he's
no,
Matt
that-
Sydal
that-
and he's Evan Bourne, therefore
Matt
he's Matt
Sydal.
Bourne.
Maybe he's Evan Seidel.
Maybe he's not.
Matt Bourne's Dwight the Clown.
Can we go back to the Christian picture with
Maybe-
-1 for a second?
maybe he's
I'm
Matt
kidding.
Damon.
Kidding, John.
Well, who's Ben Affleck?
An
He
actor.
might be Ben Affleck.
Batman.
He's
He's
right.
Batman.
He is Batman.
I thought that was insurance.
Affleck.
No, you're talking about the gecko, right?
Yeah, you know, the little chipmunk.
Yeah, the
Matt Sydal is every bit of... It's got to be 40.
40s now, at least.
43.
40, I'll say. Probably older.
How about 41?
Oh, I'll take it.
Kill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Former tag team champion, also.
Intercontinental champion
Cody,
as well?
Kofi Kingston.
Kofi
Oh, that is fine-ass AJ Mendez. Mrs.
Fine
Funk.
ass AJ Lee.
That is Chicago. That is,
The Queen of Chicago.
yeah, that's Pepsi Phil's sweetheart.
We call her Dr. Pepper.
We call her anything she wants to be fucking called.
No. Or would she be
She's
Mrs.
crazy in a hot way. Let's see. Also,
Don't you mean hot and a crazy? You know what? Never mind.
co-producer of WoW, former commentator of WoW,
Former multiple-time women's champion.
New York Times bestseller for her mental health books.
Mm-hmm.
Very talented woman, also helped train the wrestlers of Glow and was on Heels.
So say, also an accomplished actress
Also,
and a philanthropist.
One of the top 10 women, longest reigning women's champions.
She and Phil have their little dog, it's not a rescue, it's a dog hospital
Yeah.
to run Chicago.
Here's the deal. She's
Young, she's a lot younger than
a lot,
Punk was.
respectfully, 38 years old.
I'm going to
think
say
she's very
30 because I don't think she's quite that old yet.
How about 37 on the 19th?
Damn, I'm so
Damn.
close.
And yes, Wolfie, that first one was Vanessa Bourne. It does.
Is
Yes.
that who the girl was? Perfect. Steve Borden.
That's the man called Sting.
Another one
Or
for Kate.
Stang.
The
Whoever you're
icon.
talking to.
The legend. The man called Sting.
First off, I like the first two.
I didn't hate TNA
I
Sting.
got Joker Sting in there. That's not Joker. That's not TNA Sting. That's the last round.
Oh, that's
WWE
WWE Sting. Yeah, no
Yeah, fuck
Joker
that
Sting.
Sting. Also, did you see where Triple H was like, I'd never count out Sting and Taker
Well,
until
so
the
say,
final.
did you see
Yeah.
Taker's interview this week when he
Yeah.
was like, if Sting hadn't retired, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
It'll never happen.
It'll happen.
However, you're both retired. You could just do a cinematic match on your own time for me and sell it to me. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'll come ref.
Yeah.
I'll hold the camera.
what-
And your hair.
We talk about Sting during his retirement, everything we've had to say about him. NWA World Champion, WCW World Champion, AEW World Tag Team Champion, NWA World Champion,
WWE
TNA
Hall
World
of Famer.
Champion,
TNA Hall of Famer.
AJPW World Champion, TNA Hall of Famer, WWE Hall of Famer. I mean, the guy over 5 decades.
Member of the SAG.
No.
It was a bona fide, legitimate stuntman.
No.
Star, co-star of Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah.
With that one guy, Terry Bollea. Sting is every bit 63 years old.
I want to say he's right at 63. So I'm going to say 64, but I think you're right.
How about 65?
Oh, shit.
Shit,
20.
way older than I thought
Oh,
he
yeah.
was. Well, happy birthday, Sting.
Happy birthday.
That's
Good that you
sir.
got out while you still could, Britt.
3 to 4.
We'll take
Luke's
it closer.
lead.
Yeah.
All right. 3 to 4, my lead.
That.
Also on the 20th,
Herculeo?
that's
No.
Homicide.
Homicide!
Okay. Wow. That's a lot different.
Yeah. They got new tattoos.
Homicide currently wrestles for the NWA, still works for the Indies, was multiple time TNA World
Still over in
Champion,
Japan.
World Tag Team Champion with
Yeah, remember Chaos over in
JPW.
Japan?
Remember
or was
Chaos?
It, or was it the House?
Founding member of the original LAX.
Bad motherfucker all around.
A business-wise influence that spawned,
Former Ring of Honor champion.
you know, guys like Low Key, Eddie Kingston, Samoa Joe had a hand in bringing all of them to the dance.
46 years old.
40 years old.
How about 47 years
Got it.
old?
Damn.
On the
Man,
20th.
it's crazy to think he's almost 50. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm 40.
Well, that brings you to a tie at 4, Caleb.
cool.
All right, here's the next one. Hey, in memory of Chris Candido.
Remember when we met, Luke?
We were supposed to actually see Chris Candido that night at a wrestling show when he had passed away.
He passed away that leaving a TNA event.
Blood clot.
Had just filmed TNA Explosion, which was the Impact second show, sort of like Velocity was to SmackDown. His last match was a tag match against him and somebody else, against Sonny Siaki and somebody else, and I don't know why I remember that, but I always will. And we were supposed to see Candido wrestle that night. He was replaced by Danny Daniels and wrestled Jerry Lynn.
Yep. Rest in peace, Chris Candido. Skip of the Body Donnas. A lot of people remember him as.
2005.
Yeah. Craziest thing is man, he was only in his young 30s.
Yeah.
But if you go back and watch some of those TNA matches, that motherfucker looked like he was in his 50s.
Oh, yeah,
and that's no disrespect.
Yeah.
But like
Here's
10. But look at his work in ECW. What? 10 years prior to that, when he looked like a young, muscular, athletic, just
That
shit
picture
drip
right
muscle
there.
wrestler. Oh no, that's not even when he was at his like most physically defined when he was in ECW though.
that's true.
And then just 10 years later, man, I mean, he looked like older than me, and we were the same age. Wild.
Yes, with the next one.
Who did it?
Who this is?
That is Killer Kelly.
Oh yeah, Killer Kelly. Impact.
Oh,
From overseas,
Not
known
who?
as Killer Kelly. Kelly. She used to be known as the Scarlet something or other.
she's the one who did that gimmick with the other gal where
Yep,
they like climbed
yep,
on each other, right?
Frost. She had a big thing with Frost. I'm gonna say she's every bit of 40 years old. Respectfully.
I'm gonna say 20 because I don't know this broad.
How about 32 years
Well, you
old?
got
I'll
that
take it.
You got that one by 12 years.
Yeah. Hey man, doesn't matter if you win by a minute or a mile.
One final wrestling birthday.
All right.
On the 22nd.
It's Shigo from Kim Possible.
That is
Exactly what it is.
Faye Priestley, otherwise known as, what do they call her over there now?
Blair Underwood.
Boy, yeah, Blair
Davenport.
Davenport.
Yeah.
E. Priestley. You don't know her?
She's the one that put the thing in her vagina and put it in people's faces.
No, that was Priscilla Kelly. Gigi Dolan.
Oh, I'm sorry. That one there is the one to whom's mouth the tampon went into.
Oh, gotcha.
That one was with Darby Allin.
Gotcha. No. Nope.
Yeah. Repeat.
Gigi Dolan was the one with Darby Allin.
Well, either way, Gigi Dolan is on NXT
Yes,
with Blair
with
Davenport.
Blair
Yeah.
Davenport.
Just saying.
Blair
Get
Davenport.
the information right.
All in all, she's not that old.
Mama looks like Shigo from Kim Possible.
35.
30. I don't know this bitch.
How about 28 years old
Damn.
on
One
the
of us.
22nd? No point.
All right.
Celebrity birthdays?
That's
Celebrity birthdays.
Kurt Russell.
On the
That is
17th
motherfucking
today.
Tango.
All right. First Kurt Russell movie that pops into your head. Go.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Tombstone.
Tron.
Overboard.
Kurt Russell movie. First one comes to mind.
First one.
Pass. I can see him in my head, but I can't see. Right, any title.
Fair enough.
Also, of course, The Guardians.
And married to Goldie Hawn.
The one where he was with Robin Williams, the best of times, with their football
Oh,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
40 plus years married to Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, he was.
Holding
That's why her face
Goldie
is
Hawn
so fucked
down.
up.
Does women feel pain getting low blows? I always wanted to. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it would
They
hurt.
did the double low blow spot on NXT, and a bunch of fans were confused about it. Here's the thing.
That shit can get bruised.
I understand that it
was overplayed. It was.
I understand it could hurt women the same way, but like, that's not what you think of when you go for like you hit men in the nuts because you know it's gonna hurt. You televise it because you know it's gonna fucking rock them. And I don't think the American audience, at least, watched it and goes, "Oh, women can feel pain in their genitals," because most American men watching wrestling have never actually seen women's genitals, so they really wouldn't know.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
I ain't wrong.
Kurt Russell.
Old.
Yeah, he's up there.
So
Tango and Cash.
So old.
Obviously, Escape from LA and New York is not.
Christmas Chronicles.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah.
I was seeing
How
it as
about
Christmas.
Death Proof?
Oh,
Where he plays the weird foot guy who kills a bunch of bitches with a 1968 Chevy Nova.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
Yep.
Up there.
70s, I would say at least. Right?
74.
70?
About 73.
Ah! So close. Yet. So far. It doesn't even look like you changed pictures, Johnny.
That's
That just morphed into fucking Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe has never gotten
Crack.
any older than he already is.
Because he injects his face with cocaine. Look at him. He's speeding his eyes off right now.
Been in a bunch of movies, been in a bunch of TV shows.
Rob Lowe, man.
It's Rob Lowe.
He was a Tommy Boy. That's all you need to know.
All you need to know.
Has Tom Cruise's plastic surgeon, that's a fact.
And William Defoe's chin line.
Rob Lowe, man.
He's also been on fucking everything.
I think he's in his
TV
50s.
He was a member of the original Brat Pack.
Yeah.
All that shit.
So was
back
David
then.
Arquette.
Yeah. No, he was just the fucking brat. Rob Lowe, every bit of 71.
50. Way younger than 71.
Yeah? How about 60 years old?
I'll take it.
Today.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's now 7-4.
That's my fucking Captain Dan or Lieutenant Dan.
This one and one more today.
That's my fucking Lieutenant
Can't
Dan.
be Lieutenant Dan.
That is Lieutenant Dan.
He has legs.
You can't tell.
He has legs.
That's
Lieutenant
a picture
Dan
from the shoulder.
ain't got no legs.
Gary
First
Sinise.
off,
You don't even
you
know
taste
if he
like an
has arms.
ashtray. Second off, that is motherfucking Gary Sinise.
He might not
survived
even
the
have arms.
stand.
You don't know.
Okay?
Yeah.
The Stand. He survived it.
The Stand
Him and Mother Abigail.
was also in the Ring Mile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been in everything. Apollo 13.
Apollo 13. But one of the CSIs, right? Or is it NCIS? One of the
NCIS.
Yes.
Or
NCIS.
CSI.
Is one of the
CSI
CSIs?
Miami.
CSI Miami.
One of the procedural. No, that's a different guy.
Or it's
not
one of the
Gary Sinise.
CSIs.
Yeah.
It's
Los
one of the
Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Okay,
Yeah.
CSI LA. Gotcha. So yeah, Gary Sinise.
Fucking love Gary Sinise.
Fun fact:
They know me.
salt water will help grow your limbs back.
It's also good for taffy.
I like it in taffy.
How old the fuck is Gary Sinise? One would have to.
I
be
can't tell you.
Not yet,
At least 60s, like at least
68.
60.
How about the 60 years? Wait, I'm sorry, Gary Sinise. 69.
I got it.
Holy shit, Gary Sinise is almost 70.
That's Lieutenant Dan. He was around the 70s. He was in
Yeah,
Vietnam.
point Luke there.
Yeah, the movies are real. Don't you
Last
know that?
birthday
Professional wrestling
today.
is fake because people don't watch it because it's fake. They like movies because they're real.
Right, like the
Hit us
Avengers.
with the next one.
Historically accurate.
This is the last
Who's this
birthday
smiling
today.
broad?
That is, she was in a movie with Jim Carrey. What's her name?
That is Brittany Daniels. She was in Joe Dirt. She's Brandy.
Oh, it's Brandy!
Oh, Brandy, yeah.
And her dog's
bunch of
nuts
other
on the
stuff,
porch.
yeah.
I remember.
Bunch of other
And
stuff.
This is the last birthday?
And movies I assume I've seen her in.
This is the last birthday?
Last birthday today
Oh.
Yeah, dummy.
for the 17th.
Wow.
All right.
The next one will be for tomorrow, the
Damn.
18th.
Yeah,
And then
38.
so on.
38.
40.
How about 48 years old
God damn, she way older than I thought she was. She was flying here.
today? I'm sorry.
Who's the oldest?
yes, today.
That's
Tomorrow,
motherfucking Queen Latifah.
on the 18th, tomorrow, there's another birthday. There's more.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, there's a birthday every second. Just blink your eyes.
Queen.
Of course, Queen Latifah, known for living single.
Well, I think she's married now.
Well, now she is. She went on her last holiday.
I really love single.
Yeah, she went on her last holiday.
Last holiday. Beauty shop.
Beauty shop.
Fresh Mama Morton.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh
She was
Prince.
Lil's love interest for an episode or two.
Just did the series The Equalizer.
Yeah, she's good as the Equalizer.
For what?
dude.
Is it NBC or CBS?
TNT. NATO drama.
It's a dumb joke.
It's the tagline.
She's a musician. She's an actress. She's a
a
philanthropist. Gives back to the black community.
Poetry. And such. It's really gonna date us. You realize this, right?
Man, because I don't want to think. I don't want to guess too old.
I'm gonna say 52. Respectfully.
53 because I think she's older.
Just a hair. How about 54 on the 18th tomorrow?
You're welcome.
Makes me feel old as fuck, dude.
That is now 9 to 5, Caleb. You doing good?
Working 9 to 5.
Hey, it's Dane Cook.
Dane Cook married
Also,
a 19-year-old girl.
Tomorrow
Hey,
on the
Dad.
18th, yes.
Dane Cook was in near his
First
50s.
off, all men talk about it. He actually did it.
Married a 19-year-old girl.
So leave him alone.
That being said, one of the greatest comics of the early 2000s, or mid-2000s rather.
Yeah. Employee of the Month was hilarious.
Yeah, actor, comedian, writer.
Good Luck Chuck was funny too.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Does women feel... Okay, wait. I love her and Masha Slamovich, an awesome tag team, said Wolfie.
That was Killer Kelly.
Yeah. Dane Cook's got to be in his 50s, no?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm going to say 53.
I'm gonna say 51.
Well, I am going to say 52.
I got it. Ah! Sorry. Oh, that's motherfucking Dwarf. Is it Brad?
Brad Dorff.
Yeah, Steven is the one from Blade. That's his brother.
Yeah.
Brad Dorff, of course, the voice of Chucky. Played in fucking
Dream of
everything.
the Worm
That's
Song
awesome.
and the Lord of the Rings.
I don't know why they added The Exorcist 3 in there. 'Cause he really wasn't in that movie very long.
Wow.
But it was a good movie. Halloween, I forgot he was even the cop.
That's just the one I found.
Bradley Dorff.
He's also done something else. I'm trying
He's
to...
done all kinds
He's
of
done
stuff.
all kinds of
Yeah,
Star
there's
Trek.
there's a speech I hear him giving right now, and I can't make it out.
Plays a serial killer in numerous movies.
Now, Chucky, my favorite horror franchise is Wolfie. One of my all-time favorites.
It's up there.
Yes, Chucky.
Yeah.
is-
Let me rephrase that. Child's Play
Child's
is
Play.
one of my favorite. The Chucky
Do you
movies
watch the
were
show at all?
give or take. I seen that. What's his face is the president. Devin Sawa.
No.
I haven't seen many of it. I know that Liv Morgan got killed on there, so I figured Max has seen
My
it.
brother says...
I will definitely check that one out.
My twin brother watches it, and he says it's amazing.
I heard it was good.
I've never,
That's
but I've
really
never
good.
said that.
I like it.
What was it? Didn't Chucky host? Was it Nitro one night? No, it was a promo for Halloween Havoc. He was the host for Halloween Havoc.
Him and Hogan went at it.
Yeah. I remember him very clearly cutting a promo.
He also
on
did
Scott
one
Steiner.
for WWE too in the guest GMs. He was
Yeah.
one of the guest GMs for
That
Halloween.
being said, how
Yeah.
old is Brad Dorff?
He's up
I
there.
can't tell you.
He's up there. 72.
Damn it, I feel like that.
Sounds about right.
65.
How about 74,
74.
years old on the
Damn,
18th
we are
tomorrow.
getting fucking old, buddy.
He was old
Another-
when we were young.
You.
He was old when we were young.
You
Luke,
went young?
Luke, and that
I
makes
said
it
you're handsome.
9 to 7.
9 to 7.
Catching up.
All right, here's the next one. That is motherfucking greatest Christmas movie actor
Yes,
Bruce
greatest
Willis.
Christmas movie.
He can't remember it,
Greatest
so don't ask him.
actor, period.
Where you going?
Armageddon. Does that make it better?
This man pisses like a camel.
No.
No, he doesn't.
Die Hard. It's not.
Here's the deal.
A
He's
Christmas
for all
film.
of
Do
you.
you really
All of
wanna
you.
have
Hold on.
before
Wait,
you
wait,
find
wait,
out?
wait. For all of you that are watching right now, Caleb thought about how much he loved it as a Christmas movie that he had to go touch himself in the bathroom. He'll be back. You better wash your hands, Wall. I hear you. All right, Bruce Willis. Of course, God, there's so many we can go into here. The Die Hard franchises.
Yeah.
Die Hard
Looper,
Show,
I loved
yeah.
Looper. I thought it was good.
Death Becomes Her.
Death Becomes Her was
Yeah.
great.
Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Movie.
Yeah.
I fucking love Armageddon. What was the kid?
The kid was really good.
Where he comes back as a child.
Yeah, that fat kid.
Yeah. Well, he's not fat, but yeah.
Oh, he's not fat.
You all leave Angus alone.
I'm not talking about Angus. Angus wasn't.
His real name was Angus.
I'm talking about Angus. We're talking about that fat
Was
kid.
the kid from fucking 2.5 Men? That kid's that real
Oh
name's
my
Angus.
God, it was.
No, it's not.
not.
That's a totally different kid.
Do you see how I filled time so you can get back to help
Yeah.
me with this? I mean, he's been
How
a
dare
fucking
you
everything.
trick me like that?
Yeah.
He was Joe in G.I. Joe.
Yep.
Red.
Was also, has done a litany of TV shows. He guest starred on Friends, guest starred on that
Moonlighting.
70s show.
He was the Jackal.
He's the Jackal with Harrison Ford.
He was Hudson Hawk.
Yeah.
He's retired now.
Well, I mean,
He's got
he's
Parkinson's
bad
now, right?
Parkinson's. Yeah.
That being said, Bruce Willis,
He's got the same kind of Williams had.
70s, I would say. I'm going to say 73.
74.
How about 69 years
Really?
old?
Not even 70.
Must be
That's
the
a shame.
disease just
On the
making him look
19th,
old,
yeah.
bro.
We got 4 birthdays left.
All right,
Okay,
this is
Wilson.
the next one.
On the 21st,
Miss Glenn Close.
Glenn Close. She was in Hook.
She wasn't Hook.
She was in Hook and the Boo Box.
She was.
Not the Boo Box. The Boo Box. Yeah. And just wanted to do that part because she thought it would be funny.
Yeah.
If people didn't know it was her. Which, what a great fucking story.
Yeah. You wouldn't know it was her if you didn't know it was her.
That being
I
said,
think the story was something about she wanted to see if she could pull it off.
yeah,
People
and without
realized it was her.
anyone recognizing it was her.
No one knew it was her until they said something.
Yeah. Glenn Close, Academy Award-winning actress, Academy
Fantastic
Award,
actress.
nominated actress.
Everything she's ever been
Yeah.
in, she touches it. It's good. Now, how old is she?
75.
Respectfully, 76.
Respectively,
Yes.
77 on the
Damn.
19th.
Right on. That's mine. That's my point. Just so you know.
Point, Luke. That is now
Was it
9
9-8?
to 8
Ooh, Luke's catching up.
with
If we
3
tie
left.
again this fucking week.
I've been practicing.
Quit.
3 left. So, Luke, you have an opportunity to win.
Who is this? Is this
That is Gary Oldman.
Dracula?
That
Gary
is Gary Oldman.
He's also retired now, by the way.
Yes. Gary Oldman, of course, one of the greatest character actors in the history of
Academy Award nominated for Churchill.
He was the greatest representation of fucking Commissioner Gordon there has been.
I like
If you
3
ask
left
me.
after
Oh,
this.
that's a good one.
Sirius Black.
Sirius Black, the head of the Morlocks and Time Machine,
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, and also Lost in Space
Yes.
with
William Hurt. Or not William Hurt.
no, it's Joey from Friends. Whatever is Matt
I'm
LeBlanc.
thinking of the main guy.
Is it Matt LeBlanc? Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
Matt
the
LeBlanc.
main guy was Matt.
No, it's not. The
Or-
main guy is
Nothing
Liam
very
Neeson,
good.
Lee.
isn't it?
No, it's not
no,
Liam
it's not
Neeson.
Liam
It's the
Neeson.
guy that looks like
Yeah,
Liam
yeah,
Neeson.
yeah.
Trying to think of his fucking name.
I used to love that
Doesn't
fucking
matter.
movie.
It kind of does.
I don't want to look it up because then I'll pull up Gary Oldman's
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Either way,
Gary Oldman, one of the greatest ones.
Academy Award-winning, Academy Award-nominated and winning actor, Oscar-winning actor, has been in over hundreds of projects. Retired now.
Man in the Iron Mask. William Man in the Iron Mask.
No.
No, Jeremy
No.
Irons.
No.
Never mind. Let's see. I'm going to say 76.
70.
No point. How about 66 years old
Wow.
man?
66 years old.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody?
What'd you say?
That's a 66 years old
Man. Nicely done.
That is Mr. Ferris Bueller.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Ferris Bueller and Godzilla. And Inspector Gadget. End quote. That's all I can remember
Election.
from offhand.
Election.
Cable
him and Reese
guy.
Witherspoon.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about Cable
Him
Guy.
and Reese Witherspoon election where he's trying to fix the Matthew Broderick. Let's see.
Was he also in Dunstan Checks In? No, that wasn't him.
Do you think he played the monkey?
I thought he played
Maybe.
the dad for a second.
You don't know. I'm trying here, but I just don't know.
Let me think.
80s, he would have been Ferris's age.
Late 80s, though. So that's, what, like, maybe 17, 18?
52.
53, because I think he's a little older.
A little bit. How about 62 on the 21st?
Damn. All right, I'll take the point, but I didn't realize he was that old.
That secures your win, but we have 2 left.
Well, let's get it.
We have 2 left. How many is he above me?
That is now 10 to 8.
You can still tie.
So I can still tie
you
this.
tie.
Yeah,
you
you
can
could
tie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. William Shatner.
But
William Shatner.
There's something on the play. There's something on the wing. Some thing. William.
William Shatner have anything to do with
William
this?
Shatner have anything to do with this? No, they're saying
They're
no.
saying no.
Nerfy
you're going to say the
Scruffy.
nerf herder.
Cannot say that. That's our word.
Scruffy?
Hit him. That's our word.
Scruffy nerf.
William
It's our
Shatner.
word.
Of course.
We're scruffy nerf herders.
That's right. T.J. Hooker.
I never saw T.J. Hooker, even though I was aware of it.
Showtime. My personal favorites, the Miss Congeniality movies,
Oh yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's also
and the episode of The Fresh Prince.
He's
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
he's also a recording artist. For anyone who doesn't believe that, 100% true. He has
Back to my bags.
pre-flight. William Shatner.
Shatner, you say it right, bitch.
Fuck him and the fucking spaceship he rode in on.
And Han
We all know.
Solo's a bitch.
I watched that show for Leonard Nimoy, and so did everybody else,
That's right, Spock.
Uhura.
and occasionally
Yeah.
George Takei.
Uhura.
I like Bones.
Well, that's why you would watch George Takei, wouldn't you?
Dodgeball as the announcer during the tournament.
Oh yeah. Shatner, old,
Yeah.
78.
70.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I still have William Shatner singing Rocket Man in my head.
I said
No.
78. He said 70.
93 years old on the 22nd.
Wow.
And he still looks pretty good.
Well, that's your win, bro.
All those eyes.
I appreciate it, but we're gonna die soon.
Oh, you. Next.
That makes our last birthday.
Who is this?
That's Felicity.
And
Listen,
that
how-
one did secure your win, Caleb.
Wonderful. Felicity, huh?
No.
Oh, Felicity.
She was on the show, Felicity.
Felicity
That
Dale
is,
Carter?
Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell.
Oh. Huh? What clue it brought is, doesn't matter.
You've seen her in 1,000 movies,
August
dude.
Rush.
August Rush is the mom.
She's mom.
Oh, yeah, she
Yeah.
was the mom with Jonathan Rhys Meyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I like John Lewis Meyer.
Fuck Jonathan Rhys.
Really,
You know what
really
pissed me
good
off about
movie.
that guy?
If you haven't
He's
seen
sexy as
August
hell.
Rush,
You
check
should.
it out because it's fantastic.
I
Robin
really
Williams
respect-
plays a great villain.
He plays
one,
Fagin.
one of his last-ish
Yeah.
movies.
He
One of his
could've-
last good
that
ones.
was the movie that genuinely made studios consider him for Ganondorf in the Zelda movies.
Yeah.
But that Jonathan
Well, that needs a big
cocksucker
Zelda
Rhys
fan.
Meyers got handed $1 million contract from NBC to play Dracula for 5 seasons.
They only gave him one.
You know why? Because they had a clause in his contract that he couldn't fucking do cocaine while he was filming the show. And the motherfucker popped a bunch of cocaine during the filming of the 7th episode.
Well, he snorted. You don't pop
and
cocaine.
they got popped for. And canceled my goddamn Dracula series. So fuck him. That being said, I don't give a shit how old she is. 45.
46.
How about
My Dracula.
48?
Ooh, look, picked it up. Picked it up.
That makes it 11 to 9. Caleb wins.
What can I say? Except. You're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
I would like to point out that I gave him double or nothing last week, and then he
But-
tied me. But I'm just saying.
There are a few questions.
Next week, when I'm beating you, I'll give you double or nothing.
There are a couple of questions and a riddle.
And a riddle.
and bullshit.
Okay. All right.
So-
if we don't solve the riddle,
So
are you gonna blow up Gotham?
I'll add if you can get it. I'll add those point to you. Maybe we can.
All right. Shoot. Fucking
Hold on.
bet.
If we don't solve the riddle, are you gonna blow up Gotham?
Possibly.
All right. Now I've got incentive.
All right.
What we got here?
All right then.
What does that say?
Oh, we're over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first we're a little bit of discussion time.
Just a little.
Um,
Just a
but-
small bit of discussion.
But yeah, I think he took the. You can't see anything a little too.
Who?
There's nobody in that picture.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
literally
Oh,
a floating
hold
box
on,
and
hold
a
on.
microphone.
Yes, there is. That is clearly Plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
100% true.
Hey, seriously though,
And points for the Ed, Edd n Eddy reference.
Thank
I
you very
appreciate
much.
it.
I was talking to Luke last week, not on the show, but about how The Rock is probably the best to ever go to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny,
And create a
when we
career
go
there.
to each of these, I need you to do that for the people at home.
Mhm.
We'll continue to do that from now on.
What do
He
you-
widened the picture
Yeah,
on our
yeah, the
screen
frame,
so
yeah.
they can see it too.
Okay.
All right, hit us with the
Oh.
next one.
Not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Because remember, we were going to talk about John Cena.
There's no one on there.
I hate you.
However,
I hate you.
Plank from
No,
Ed, Edd n Eddy.
No, seriously. We were talking about how The Rock was probably the best to go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky Stenicki came out, and I watched it, and John Cena, he was okay in the Marine and all those action movies that
Typical
he had.
John Cena movies.
Yeah.
He is giving The Rock a run for his money as the greatest to go to Hollywood right now because he has found his niche in comedy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Peacemaker, hilarious.
Peacemaker was hilarious.
Uh,
Vacation Friends 1
yeah.
and 2.
Trainwreck.
He
Blockers.
was in Daddy's Home too.
Yeah.
He was he is really in
Keep
his
fucking around
comedy
and come back there
roles.
and beat you off both hands.
People-
I will beat you with both hands. Sorry.
I got shit that'll make you dig hard, shit that'll make you say soft,
You
heroin,
think-
crack, and
I tell you
Flintstone
what,
violence.
you think that shit's funny? Watch Ricky Stenicki.
No.
You're gonna laugh 10 times
Well, I haven't seen
harder.
it yet, but I don't disagree about seeing the
Pro Wrestling
transition.
Throwdown recommends you see
Yeah.
Ricky Stenicki.
Yeah, everyone
Well,
else.
I mean, John, try to see John
We'll
Cena.
have a quiz about it this week.
You can, you can try to see John Cena,
But you can't.
We'll see.
Here we go.
Well, we won't.
Or not.
That's what the next one says. Meanwhile, in so terrible.
Go ahead.
That's a picture of a pharaoh
It looks just like Michael.
that looks like Michael Jackson,
I
including
love little Michael.
the augmented nose. Very, very funny.
It's terrible. You should be ashamed of yourself. Hit us with the next one. All right. If you think I signed a contract,
No. If you think I signed the contract for money, you're fucking stupid. I'm coming to retire him early so he can join his brother in WWE. Listen, he ain't doing shit. To me, you're gonna see how old I am fight night. I like Jake as a person. He knows it. But I'm a different animal. I'm doing the world of boxing a favor. Enough with this nonsense. You'll see I'm coming for his head.
here's the deal. If he legitimately starts to throw on fucking Jake Paul, this fight's over.
Here's the thing. I genuinely believe this is like a stunt. We talked about that already.
Well,
What if it's
hang
not?
On.
But-
Hang on, 'cause it's funny you say that, Caleb.
But even if it's not, what if halfway through, Jake just lands one a little too close to Mike
Well,
and
hang
he
on.
forgets that
Hold
it's a
on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hold
You know what I'm
on to
saying?
that
Like-
thought for just a second.
Okay.
Go ahead and go to the next one, John.
All right. Popular veteran heavyweight Chisora has claimed that he knows under what rules the fight will take place, but he won't be watching the fight. Speaking to reporter Radio Raheem, he said, "I know for a fact they're using 18-ounce gloves and head guards, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. So we're watching a sparring match. It's a fucking joke. You think I'm paying to watch that?"
Now hold on.
Now I want to start by saying I have since debunked this.
Okay.
All right, hit us with the what do you got for
Now,
us?
did you want to?
Oh,
There's
just
something
that, just that. Even if it is a stunt show, even if it is just to get Jake Paul, to a 10-round draw with Mike Tyson, so they can continue drawing money from it. Who's to say, like round 6, Jake Paul just doesn't accidentally clip Tyson, and Tyson says "fuck
Right.
it," and then beats the
Well,
brakes off
somebody
the
has stated
I
that
did-
there will be
He's
no
gonna
head
take
guard.
his
I
ear.
say
Yeah.
yes. I say that this was debunked because I read a thing where it didn't say name. I don't remember, but it's Jake Paul's personal business assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Said that there's unequivocally no
No
head
head
gear.
guards. Well,
So in other words, Tyson lands one's fucking over.
Right? Or in other words,
Lick my nuts, exit 116.
Lick 'em my nuts.
Lick my nuts.
I
You live there.
Appropriate there.
I'm the mayor of Lick my nuts.
I bet you are, Caleb.
I'm the mayor of the whole goddamn city council. Lick my nuts.
All right, what does this say? Let me read this one. Breaking news, Ryback.
This is
Announcing that he is
Caleb
willing to
more than
return to the WWE only if Triple H leaves and The Rock assumes control of the company. That is the only condition that Ryback sets to sit down and negotiate with The Rock. Here's the deal. No one's listening to Ryback. No one gives a shit what you are or who you think you are. No one cares.
Yeah.
You have put up a fan poll. How many times have we told your ass to retire? Come on, man.
Ryback said he'd return. Oh boy.
Well, if Triple H leaves, well, Triple H better pack his fucking bag.
God, because if I had to choose between Triple H and the corn-fed meathead Skip Sheffield,
I choose Goldberg.
I'm choosing Skip every day of the week.
It is the next
Fucking
one.
stupid.
I'm sad that I even
That
wasted my
motherfucker.
energy on that. What is this?
The Phantom Time Conspiracy Theory claims the time period 614 CE to 911 CE never actually existed. This theory claims these extra 300 years of history were fabricated in the Middle Age to legitimize Otto's claim over the Holy Roman Empire. According to the theory, we should be living in the year 1726.
I'm looking at you. You're the smart one.
Incorrect. Number one, the Ottoman Empire didn't even expand until the late 1800s. So if they wanted to fabricate something, it would have been 200 years of history and not 3. Second of all, you're expecting a group of civil librarians who at that time had maintained Roman history, the history of Great Britain, the history of Egypt, the history of every great civilization on the planet, and only then start discussing the Ottomans 100 years into
How do you know the Men in Black didn't come in and hit you with a flashy thing and just told you?
Because Will Smith got in trouble the last time he hit somebody. He's being inducted into the Hall of Fame. You didn't see it earlier? Muhammad Ali. It's one of his characters. He was in a movie called Ali. You don't remember those? One of Will Smith's characters.
And Chris Rock played
Next
the
week,
boxer, right?
next year, we're going to get Jimmy the King because he's also a fiction character.
I will still continue to say to this day, Oliver Platt deserves a spot in this.
Should have been in there 2 years ago.
But yeah, no, I don't believe that is accurate. I do not believe we fabricated 300 years of recorded history on stone just so the Ottomans could secure reign in
you
a
also believe that Australia actually exists.
Well, first off, if they had a better building crew, they could have had a better shitty wall, and the Mongolians wouldn't even have had to climb the Ottoman wall in the first fucking place. Shitty walls equal shitty walks equal climb your fucking coast.
Why don't you build your walls
The Great Wall of China
bricks?
and the Ottoman Empire was in the Balkans, but all right then.
Caleb,
yes.
best idea is to
Should we
build
take
your
the
walls
high
out
ground?
of bricks instead of Ottomans.
Should we take the high ground, Caleb? The Ottomans, the high ground. Fucking Ernest scared stupid, bro. Help me here. We take the high ground.
Mine was better.
Miak!
South Bulgarian Miak!
Bet you think I can find it this time of year. Eat Miak and die!
Never gets old. Next slide, Big Bad John.
What we got here?
Who's the fucking guy?
2 men in New Zealand and Spain have created an Earth sandwich by placing bread on precise points either side of the planet at the same time. You know what this is?
I love
Too much
it.
fucking time on your hands.
I love it.
Also,
love it.
this guy has 1 piece of bread. This dude's put down 9. So it's uneven. First off. You know what? I bet that's -1 outside of his mask.
Here's my
Here
thing.
comes Christian, bitch.
I completely understand that one of those 2 men would have had that idea initially. Like, hey, I'm on one completely other side of the planet. Let's do something funny where I put something on the ground.
Closest thing they've come to vagina is their pet kitties.
There's absolutely no way this motherfucker spent all day long trying to find another guy so he can go, hey, do me a favor, go outside and put some bread on it.
I bet you're right. Probably took a lot longer than that.
Probably.
Well, the other,
Well, you have to know what kind of bread first.
whichever guy whose idea this initially wasn't, that guy's an idiot.
Dude with the mustache is definitely his idea. He looks like one of those hipster weirdos.
He's the one with the 9 pieces of bread, though.
He's got to feed the
Well,
ducks.
he has to make sure it's specifically in that spot.
Yeah, if you look at the coordinates, it's not exact.
Yeah.
Arliss Lovelace, yeah.
A little bit.
Casanova Frankenstein?
No, the guy from Wild Wild West.
Oh,
Casanova Frankenstein was
Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah, Jeffrey Rush.
I know.
So Oogie and the
I
Boogie,
thought we were just saying out cool fucking names.
Arliss Lovelace and Casanova Frankenstein are cool fucking names.
He also won him like the spider. Hit us with the next one.
Oh boy, an Earth sandwich, another great way to think that the Earth is flat.
I wonder what that Spider-Man's putting in those
yes.
tissues.
I didn't even open that before.
You were pulling tissues out of Spider-Man's ass. After he shot his web on you. Easy cleanup. Kleenex sponsored that. Not this video, that box. They're letting children pull shit out of a spider's ass. That's dangerous. It can bite you.
I hate it here.
Or at the worst level, make another Seabiscuit movie.
Don't hate it yet, Caleb.
Hit us with the next. Okay, that's some really tiny record.
I'll read this one. From
Hey,
Lucky
wait a
Strike.
minute, wait a minute. I'll read this one.
The first ever Olympic Games took place during the 8th century BC in Olympia, Greece. They were held every 12 centuries, every 4 years for 12 centuries. Now, so this is the interesting thing that I didn't know. They were held every 4 years for 12 centuries. In the 12th century AD, all pagan festivals were banned by the Emperor Theodorus I. And
Fuck
the
him,
Olympic
Teddy.
Games were... What?
I said, fuck Teddy.
That's right. That's right. However,
Okay.
the tradition was resurrected about 1,500 years later. The first modern Olympics were held in 96
96.
in Greece.
In Greece.
Again, the Paris Olympics are coming up in
Yes, they are.
this year.
That's super
This summer.
cool.
That's dope.
Now,
Why is the Starbucks lady on there?
That's the I guess for the Olympic.
Oh, the flame. I get
flame.
you. I see it
Which
now.
I learned some interesting stuff about the flame.
Holy
itself.
shit. That does look like where that line
Yeah.
goes, like a woman with a Karen haircut.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Excellent observation.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now that there was an interesting story about the flame, but I'm not going to tell that right now. I have a couple questions for you guys.
All right,
Okay.
lay it on us.
For some possible points. Leave it on here, Johnny. First, regarding the Olympic rings,
Okay.
do you know why there are 5 specific?
For all 4 members of the Jamaican bobsled team and John Candy.
That is
Point.
almost an acceptable
That's
answer.
almost an acceptable answer. No, I believe it's the different,
I used to know, but I don't know.
the countries at the first games. It was the colors representing the teams.
I didn't say anything about the colors. I asked about the rings.
When interlining with each other would be unity.
Did you even listen to what I asked? I said there are 5 rings. Why are there 5 rings?
Because we conquered Mordor. I don't know.
There's 5 rings because there was, I don't know, 5 competitors, 5 teams. Yeah.
Not more than 5.
Voice in my head sounds like Johnny sometimes.
If you want
hi,
details
Dad.
and all this, I actually
Hey,
do
Mr. T,
recommend.
for real this time.
If you want actual details on all of this, I do recommend you actually look all this stuff up. I actually read some really cool information.
Right on.
Now, why are those specific colors on those rings? Like, what
Now,
are those
Luke, we
colors?
do want to know this one. The
Why
color.
those specific colors?
Because those are the colors of the Power Rangers, obviously.
I mean,
Also,
obviously.
almost an acceptable answer.
Yeah, obviously.
There's not a pink when you lose.
I'm sorry, the important Power Rangers.
No?
There's a yellow one. That's the only one that matters to me.
Trini died.
Nobody?
Trees.
It's a shame.
Nobody?
It's a shame.
I forgot this one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The colors, I don't know. Contacts.
No. Interesting fact.
Okay.
At least one of those colors shows up in every single country's flag.
That's interesting.
That does make sense, yeah.
That's a cool bit of news.
Therefore, at least
good to know there's no purple
everybody
flags.
Is
Yes, thank you, Wolfie. It does. He said it represents 5 continents. You were saying, man. Sorry. Wolfie just totally caught me off.
He did caught me off guard too. Oh, look down. I was like, what did he say? Oh, genius.
It's also the 5 continents. Antarctica's black.
Antarctica's black, you heartless bastard. Okay, so the colors represent every color of every flag.
Yeah, they're one.
At least one color.
One color in every competing.
So what you would say is they're the neutral colors.
Yes.
What you say is
Bust up my
that
knife.
they don't count purple. That's fucked up.
Well,
I don't know
if
very
you
many
if you
countries
combine the
with
red
purple in it.
one with the blue one, you get purple.
I don't know many flags have yellow in them.
Most European countries.
They don't count.
Germany?
The UN would disagree, but you can go with that argument.
I don't care who the like or who they don't
I
like.
believe Nigeria and
You careful with that word on the show. Careful with that word on the show.
and Jamaica.
One misstep
and
and it's all over.
Jamaica
It's all
name
over.
a couple.
Again,
Something about being out by the 4th and it all coming off.
the Jamaican bobsled team. All goes back
All
to-
right, what do we got next, Max?
All
What we
roads
got for
lead
us?
to Coolidge.
Another question? Oh, okay. Let's see.
Another Olympic
Go ahead.
fact.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Pistol dueling with wax bullets was a popular pastime in the early 20th century and even featured as a sport in the 1908 Summer
I
Olympics.
totally do that.
Wax, I do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering that they would have just now in the early 1900s started passing some semblance of gun laws.
So Billy the Kid would have been
after
an
having
Olympian,
settled
not an
the West.
outlaw.
Yeah.
I've
It
been
makes
learning
sense.
a lot of really interesting
Yeah.
Olympic
That's
facts.
neat.
Well, it makes
that
sense.
we're
That people
going to continue
we're
to share.
still actively shooting as a pastime, like in the streets against one another. So that's a great. I never knew it was
Take
an
it to the
Olympic
streets,
sport.
Caleb. Take it to the streets.
Yeah. Oh,
Wolverines.
just wait, Caleb.
Yeah, okay.
Next week, I've come across a lot of things that I wouldn't have expected to be in the Olympics.
Well, buddy, I've come across a lot of
There's
things I wouldn't expect to be the Olympics either.
Several teams.
And
Not all at once.
once the summer games start, I think we're going to try to follow along with them a little bit too.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm in.
We're
Sounds
learning a
good.
whole lot.
Sounds good.
I'm in.
Saint
What am I
Sebastian.
looking
Oh,
at
I
here?
forgot to
man?
add this into mine. No, this is. I got to. Yes, today is St. Patrick's Day,
It is.
so I got thinking, what if there was a saint of wrestling, what would his name be?
I don't know. Caleb's
Well,
Irish.
then I-
Have him tell you.
Well, I got to thinking further, and I looked it up, and
You're
there
on St.
is
Patty's Day.
a
Everybody's Irish.
Saint Sebastian, patron saint
Of athletes.
of athletes. Yes,
That's amazing.
and
Why is
we
him and
thought
his
we should
friend
share that
wrestling
with
on the
everybody.
We should.
Because
Sebastian.
we're sometimes talking about wrestling a little bit.
Just occasionally on this show, we bring up wrestling once.
This is a show?
Well, good thing it's not a towel.
I thought I was just in my bedroom talking to the stuffed animals again. Alright, here's the next. That's cool to know, though. There is a cow in the air.
Yeah,
What is this?
What's that cow from, Luke? What's that scene?
Twister.
That is from Twister.
That is a titty twister.
That's a bar in a different movie.
Oh.
The titty
Fire
Twister.
teeth. Fire teeth.
No, Luke.
Yes?
Now
Next.
is the time that you have to tie Twister to wrestling.
Tie Twist, the movie Twister,
Yeah.
to wrestling.
How is it
Yeah.
a wrestling movie? How many moves?
I even gave you an advance notice on
Hold
this
on,
a couple days ago.
hold on. How many do you want? How many?
Just relate it.
6 degrees? I have
Go.
6 degrees to do it?
No one, just go.
Oh.
I've already got mine done.
I've already got mine done. Tornado, movie's about a giant tornado.
You got, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
This turns into a Sharknado shit. You're out.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, I
Texas
could go that
tornado.
way with it. Yeah. It's about a tornado. Kerry Von Erich was a Texas tornado. Kerry Von Erich was a wrestler. Therefore, Twister is a wrestling movie. It's very simple.
I call bullshit. That is almost an acceptable answer.
Helen Hunt, who was in Twister, was in What Women Want with Mel Gibson, who was in the Expendables franchise alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Therefore, Twister's a wrestler.
That is a more acceptable answer.
How? I talked about the actual tornado. In the movie Twister.
It wasn't, but it wasn't
Hold
a
on.
tornado.
That
It was a
doesn't count
twister.
because it wasn't in Texas. Prick.
No. It wasn't. You said tornado. It was a twister.
Yeah. Eat my balls.
Okay. Okay, you ready? I can do this for you if you want to go that way with it. It's a twister, which rivals the same twister in The Wizard of Oz, where a woman had red shoes. Santino Marella wrestled in red fucking shoes wrestling movie.
Twister.
You want to go international? Hold on. You want to go international with it? You want to go international with
I
it?
thought you did.
Replace Santino Marella with red shoes, the referee from NJPW, and you got a wrestling movie either way. You're fucking welcome.
You're fucking welcome.
You alright?
No.
Can we have the Christian picture back? Fuck. Christian would have agreed with me, and then he would have said he's gonna fuck your mother.
I have
Kind of
no
like
idea.
-1.
I have no idea how much is left. I'm just gonna say it right
Hit us with the next one.
The movie has a tornado, so wrestlers do a tornado DDT, so it's a wrestling movie.
There you go.
Thank you, Derek. When she does it, it's
Fair
living
enough.
my mother's name. When he does it, it's carrying on a legacy.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, now he's living off his mother's name.
hold on, because counter to that, there was a period of time where Cody couldn't even call himself Cody Rhodes.
I know.
Charlotte Flair's always been allowed to call herself Charlotte Flair.
Well, she called herself whatever
now.
she
That's because
wants.
that's her name.
Well, I'm saying.
That's not
Well,
her-
Charlotte's
That's
not
his
her
name
name.
at all.
Charlotte's not her
That's not
name.
her
Because
birth
he was a mistake, so he didn't have the privilege of the last name.
That's true. She has 3 different names. Cody only has 1.
Yes. That's why your name's Derek.
And when the Rock kisses his mama after handing him that bloody belt, it's real good. Front row.
Just imagine 20-year-old Dustin looking at Cody in the crib going, "You little bastard. You fucking
One day
prick."
you will grow up and finish my story. So for now, I'm going to put my nuts on your forehead.
That's right.
Hit us with the next one.
While I do massive amounts of opiates.
Stone Cold would get sad, drink 100 beers, and fuck up the entire roster. Cody Rhodes gets sad, cries, and beats up no one. I love that it's the same picture as the one I used earlier.
I mean, I got no argument. Cody cried on
I said he could have done anything.
I
He
just can't
cried.
do the Cody Rhodes wants to be an actor thing, man. It kills
He's
me
a
every
fucking
time he starts
crybaby.
cutting those fucking promos. I hate it. Just win the fucking world title. Fuck Brandy. Come out on TV, spit on Seth, and call yourself king of the fucking world. I would.
You can't cry, baby.
All right, here's the next one. Oh, it's another Cody thing. No, okay.
A 100-year-old pub in London was illegally demolished by developers who wanted the land it was on. They were then ordered to rebuild the pub brick by brick. The Carlton Tavern was the only building on the street that wasn't destroyed during the Blitz in World War II.
That's pretty
Okay.
cool.
That fucking demolition crew should go to prison for
Yeah.
that. If that's the only building that they had standing and they fucking tore it down illegally, fuck them.
Yeah.
However, I did, in the article, I found out that the land developers were going to cover it with homes.
Oh.
So it's
Yeah.
up and down, but
Yeah. But still,
That's gray area.
Yeah,
It's a historical
you know,
landmark to them.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
if it's the
They did
only
it by
building
an
left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is
Yeah,
now.
and that's the thing. It wasn't a scheduled demolition. It was an
Yeah, they
illegal-
weren't doing
yeah,
it out
yeah.
of malice.
That's
Yeah.
It was an oops.
no.
Hit us with the next one.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
but they did get it
they
successfully
wanted the
rebuilt.
lands. They wound up having it demolished, and
Yeah.
people rioted, and
But it was.
and they actually had to rebuild it brick by brick.
That's wonderful. So it was successfully rebuilt.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, brick by brick.
Pub crawls are all the rage, but I truly feel the idea of a bakery crawl has a lot of potential. I'm in.
Yes.
Let's do this.
100%.
Yeah.
And see if these croissants taste like those croissants.
Also, you know, it's St. Patrick's Day. Throw a little green on these.
And
We're
I'm
good.
down.
Yeah, I'm in.
Is bakery another word for bar?
That's what I just
You
said.
can have some alcoholic coffee.
All right.
Yeah, you put your whiskey in.
Yeah, I'm sure they have rum cake.
I'm in for a pub
You
crawl.
go to the pub crawl
to
and And then afterwards, when you need the bread to soak up all the booze, you go on the bakery crawl.
Oh yeah, let's do them both at the same time. Confuse people. Flip, flop, flip, flop. Let's do them both at the same time.
The bakery
Let's show up for a pub crawl hammer
more appropriate,
and show up to a
like
bakery, the bakery one instead. Just be all fucking drunk.
Perfect.
Like, this is how we celebrate.
Show up to the public.
Hand me some of them croissants and things. Yeah, that'd be fun. That's
great. One more reason for me to
Oh,
go
I
to
hate
jail.
this so much.
Okay, so this is an AI thing. I've seen this a couple times. Scientists at Nottingham Trent University have reconstructed this 3D model of how Adam, the first human depicted in the book of Genesis, might have looked. The header reading, "First there is, first there was, and first there ever will be." However, this university did the exact same AI rendering 3 years prior, and it came out looking like Vin Diesel.
I thought it came out looking like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
No, it was Vin Diesel. So
I have seen one.
It does look like Vin Diesel with long hair.
this is nonsense. Ooh, yeah,
A little bit.
but nonsense.
Also,
Also,
there, I don't see a family resemblance.
Red Hart wouldn't even put God over.
No.
Not in Canada anyway.
I mean, all he could really do is just,
Look,
press his fingertips into his brother's shoulder.
I'll lose to God in Sacramento. I'm not losing to him in Canada. Prick.
Next.
Glad Goldberg kicked you in the face. Arnold Schwarzenegger is big. Michael J. Fox's is small. The Pope has one, but doesn't use it. Madonna doesn't have one at all. What is it?
Last name.
This is for a tying
Last
point.
name.
No.
Yes, it is. Last name.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, you both knew it, so I can't really give you.
No.
I got it first.
Doesn't matter.
I got it
This
first.
is how this works.
I didn't hear a buzzer.
Double overtime.
You said it first, and Caleb just said,
I
yeah.
didn't
He
hear
may
a
not have thought
buzzer.
of it.
I have a witness.
I demanded a
But-
buzzer, and you didn't buzz in,
Caleb
so
read the
it's not
entire
valid.
thing.
And gave Luke time to answer.
So I got it. I got the point.
Fine then, you illiterate fuck. Next time you read it, and I'll do your job.
All right.
There
You
was no
said
buzzer.
it before it was even finished, though.
No buzzer, no point.
That's fucked up.
Thanks, Max.
Okay, how about this? What is a last name? There, answer it in the form of a question.
You didn't buzz in. What's the last name, motherfucker? Now I
Madonna
win.
does have a last name, she just doesn't use it.
Terrible.
Yeah, it says that.
I don't have bursitis.
In this.
I don't need no fucking bell to play with. Hit us with the next one.
This is a new movie.
She will be heard. Johnny Depp plays Amber Heard in an upcoming biopic directed by Tim Burton.
Okay, first
She's
off,
a
that
hot
picture.
woman.
That picture will haunt my dreams for the rest of my
I'm
life.
sexually confused.
A lot. Just call me
And a
Anakin.
little
I
Hit us
would
with the
have
next
some
one.
fun with Jennifer Depp right there.
Johnny with an I.
Oh, that story's all bullshit.
Except for the pooping on the pillow. She pooped on an old man's pillow. People forget that Johnny Depp's like 90 years old.
50s.
He is not.
Hit us with the next one.
Final Fantasy VII just came out last month. The new season of X-Men is about to drop. The Rock is main eventing WrestleMania. Congratulations, you're almost 40, and you get to relive your childhood because companies insist on selling you the same shit you loved during the 90s.
And I
you.
welcome
You know
them
what?
for it.
Hey,
Happy with it.
SmackDown, The Rock,
Yeah.
musical again was. I thought it was fantastic.
100%.
Godzilla comes out next month as well, so thank you for letting me be a child again.
Yep.
Not that I ever stopped.
Cody's going to
but
lose
thanks-
again at WrestleMania.
But thanks for your permission.
When he loses again at WrestleMania, just be like reliving your childhood all over again. Hit us with the next one, please.
I can't remember if this guy played for the Cars or the Doors.
Well, he looks like he's Rick Moranis' son.
I was looking at that myself, actually.
Tony Khan?
You leave Rick Moranis out of your Tony Collins. Hit us with the next one.
NASA warns alien life may not be fuckable.
Well, there goes William Shatner's entire rest of his time on Earth.
Mine too.
He's upset.
Okay, so when they say
did
may
you know
not
the
be,
Klingons have two penises? Yeah, they said may not. They didn't say for sure.
so they're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, there's at least a
There's a
35% chance you won't explode when you
Come on!
Came on. All right, let's go to the Science Museum. What is this?
Wilson!
Many people don't know this, but the actor who played Wilson in Castaway is the same actor from the volleyball scene in Top Gun.
Terrible.
It's a great actor.
That's a good one.
I'm a
terrible.
huge fan.
He ain't Asian.
I've got maybe 2 or 3 more Motown puns left in me. 4 tops.
I love that picture's called Riker's beard.
I don't know how much was left. Oh, no. Just this one. Go ahead, Caleb.
What the?
Out loud.
Obladi, oblada.
Life goes on.
Life goes on. Beatles?
In the ring. Yeah.
I hate it here.
No, you don't.
You don't. You love this. You love this.
If you don't know that phrase, listen to better music.
Also, there was a show once called Life Goes On about Corky. Anybody remember?
I
Corky
remember
Romano?
watching the show all the time.
No, it was a kid with Down syndrome
Yeah.
that played a
That was actually
kid
the
named
first.
Corky. It was
That
called
was
Life
the first
Goes
time I
On. Back
heard
when we were
this
kids.
song.
Well, I was a
Song.
kid. You were.
It's called Life Goes On.
I was with your mom, but she just wasn't there.
But-
So another week. Don't forget, Saturday, April 27th, 2024. Tickets are, I guess, on sale now.
Yes.
Ticket Leap. .events. Also Facebook.com/New Genesis Wrestling. The Lou Civic Center. April 27th, 2024. $10 in advance. 12 at the door. Kids get in for $5. Doors open at 6. Bell time at 7. Remember, live wrestling. Go support your independent wrestling.
Please do.
It is important. If there is no wrestlers in the crowd watching, you should all be ashamed of yourselves. Next week, we get into the new Hall of Fame inductees. What has taken place on Raw and SmackDown for the week. Get ready for WrestleMania, which is the weekend of April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Starting with the Hall of Fame. Stand and Deliver in night 1 on Saturday. Sunday night 2. I guess really there's only one more thing to say. Thank you guys for joining us. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the merch store.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on X at ProWrestlingTD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can also check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access the merch store. Make sure to like and subscribe and don't
Share
forget
with your friends.
to tune in next Sunday.
Or people you kind of like.
Where we really
Look
start
for a
diving
QR
in.
code.
Another awesome show.
It's
Have a
hidden
good night, everybody.
places.
Keep it in the ring, merch store. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Next week we start into the big road to WrestleMania.
That's
We
right.
only got 2
We're
weeks left.
2 weeks out, baby.
Also next week we'll try to put another movie together. We'll try to do a whole bunch of fun stuff. A little
That's
bit
right.
more Olympic facts.
Yeah.
And hopefully
Max-
maybe Cody will do something other than cry on Monday.
And Max has promised to perform a magic trick live next Sunday, so make sure you're here for that.
Yep. Oh, also there might be a unicorn.
Might be.
Card subject to change.
It's an elephant.
Card. Anybody else have enough fun than me?
Baby cabbage.
Oh, also maybe Wednesday night, we'll get information about -1 and Christian. We'll never know. But until then, for me and everyone else here, we proudly scream at you.
Loudly?
We proudly.
I will plow whatever the fuck I want to plow. It fields and all, and
And especially his mom.
I give up.
Leave it in the ring.
Do you?